Yo, what's good, my people? What's good with it? Combat 2 bag, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you sliding through. Yeah, smash that like button as y'all roll in. I know we had some good fights last night for sure. Uh, some of these fights went just how I thought they was going to go. And we going to talk about it. We going to talk about it. We going to talk about AJ and Usyk too. OMAR, Figueroa, LIPINETS. EMANUEL, Navarrete, and EDUARDO, BAEZ. It's quite a few fights, good fights. Even a UFC shocker last night that I didn't expect. And I can't believe I watched the fight last night, the whole 5 rounds, except for the last couple minutes of the 5th round. I turned it off just assuming that it was going to be much of the same. And I missed a big-ass knockout, upset, potentially an upset loss, which is crazy. I did not expect Kamaru Usman to get knocked out last night. I did not see that coming. And it was bad. It was bad. He took a kick high in the head and did not recover. That was all she wrote. That man's pretty much won four rounds and almost damn near most of the 5th round, and in that last 40 seconds or so got clipped with something and got knocked clean out. Man, I did not expect it. Facts, bro. I did not expect him to get clipped and sent to the sunken place like that, but he did. He got his ass clipped bad. But salute to him because he's a hell of a champion. You know what I mean? He had a crazy run. He was very dominant on his championship run, and you could see he was dominant in that fight. He was controlling pretty much all the rounds, wrestling this dude down, tiring him out, taking him down, punching on him here and there. Dude did get a takedown. And that's what raised my eyebrow. When I see something in the UFC, like when they keep highlighting how a guy never been took down and they got 100% takedown ratio, they end up getting taken down. And not only did he get taken down, he got took out. J-Man, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling? Yeah, smash that like button for me while y'all roll on in here in the building. TWT, yes sir. Salute to the family. But yeah, man, Kamaru Usman, man, nonetheless, salute to him. He was a hell of a champion. I mean, it was a rematch. He won that first fight, and I was credit to Leon Edwards for staying resilient and staying confident despite what was happening in there. He stayed calm. He stayed confident. His corner gave great advice. They kept him motivated. They kept that dude pushing. And he ultimately landed a shot that turned him into a champion, man. Credit, big salute to him for that, man. Much respect to dude for that. Yeah, he had a great run. And this is what I'm saying. Like, this is a perfect example of me to explain how I'm such an advocate for supporting fighters when they behave like fighters and they go out like champions, win, lose, or draw. Like, I will watch Kamaru Usman any day of the week. I will also watch Leon Edwards any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a run. Mr. Chop Chop, what's good with it, Brody? Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling? It was a dirty KO. Happy for Leon. Yeah, yo, I really am, yo. I really am. I really am. Like, because I feel like Kamaru Usman to be back. That's one thing that I feel like I know for sure. He ain't took a ton of punishment in his career and shit like that, but it was a good fight by him, man. He got caught sleeping for a second and it cost him. Alex Alberto, what's good with it, Brody? Appreciate you sliding through. Question is, can Leon do it again in the trilogy? That's a hell of a question, bro. That's a hell of a question, man. That's a good question, bro. One would only wonder, man, because now I think it's safe to say that we deserve a trilogy. My bad, y'all. I was slipping. Yeah, so that's a good question, Alex, because that's one that I had in my banner. Who will win a trilogy? Oh shit, I gotta fix that. Hold on, y'all. Got a typo. Type. Oh, but yeah, man. I say it's worth a try. I say we need to see it, but again, man, the way that fight was going, the trilogy would be tough. It'd be tough for Kamaru Usman to win the trilogy for sure. Cause I mean, it'd be tough for Leon Edwards to win a trilogy because he was getting handled in this fight too, and I seen things in there that he was doing well, but I didn't see enough of it to fully sway my opinion to say he would win a trilogy just because he got this one off, because he definitely was headed to a loss. But like I said, man, it's dope when you see a fighter losing and you know he down rounds and he just don't quit on himself. And I'm kicking my own self in the ass because I really turned the fight off with like three minutes and some change, maybe 2 minutes and some change left or something like that. Whatever it was, like I really turned it off, assuming that it was just gonna be more wrestling. I'm like, man, I don't want to watch this shit. I started really feeling like I wanted Leon to win, and then I come wake up this morning, this dude done won with a leg kick, man, a knockout. I thought Kamaru looked like he could have got up for a second, but I guess he was more hurt than it looked like. His eyes looked like they were still there for a second, but maybe shit. I don't know. He got the fight took out of him. That kick did it. If he and I did, then somebody didn't they confirm a trilogy or something between them, or saying something about a trilogy for those dudes already? Like I want to see it though. I pay to see it, or I tune in. Should I say? I damn sure tune in. Right when I turn on my TV, I seen it on my phone. I'm like, yo, what? I said, yo, you crazy? I really turned the fight off. My boy, I was like, man, he gonna lose, man. Because those, yeah, hell no. Nah, he ain't done. He ain't done at all, combat. He ain't done. But yeah, he'd be back. And again, like, I might still favor him to win the trilogy, Kamaru Usman, like, because he was pretty dominant up into that leg kick. You know what I'm saying? Aside from the real good moment that Leon Edwards did have in the fight was when he took Kamaru down in that first round and was on his ass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he had Kamaru Usman a little uncomfortable. That's why he looked like after that first round, he made up his mind, like he gonna just take him down, try to beat on him. Trilogy in the UK, Dana White, facts. I heard something about the O2 Arena. I'm not for sure. I did hear something about that, but again, man, I tune in. It's a hell of a fight to watch, man. And that trilogy would be worth every penny, every dollar. So salute to both of them. You know what I mean? Kamaru was a hell of a champion. His run was great. You know what I'm saying? He just got caught. He just got caught sleeping at the wheel for a second. And what y'all think of y'all? Said, did any of y'all catch Emmanuel Navarrete fight when he fought Eduardo BAEZ? He had some rough early rounds. BAEZ had some success early against against Navarrete, but he came back strong. He came back strong. Eduardo BAEZ was putting it on Navarrete again. He's putting it on him early and then got clipped with a liver shot in the 6th round that ended his night. He got to Skywalker, my bro. What's good with it? I know you still alive, so I appreciate you stopping through. Dana was low-key angry. Leon ruined his plans for Usyk versus Kazmat Shamaev. I hate these names. It was a super fight. Yeah, he definitely ruined his plans. Because I didn't expect that, man. Like I said, he had seconds to go. And he was home free. Yeah, they had both of them going on at the same time. So I'm glad I was able to switch over a body shot. Man, yeah, I'm telling you, that liver shot was sick, from Navarrete. He saved the day with that shit. He finished my life. Oh, you still fishing though? Okay. Okay, that's what's up. I need to go fishing one day, my damn self. But yeah, Navarrete, and the reason I even brought him up, it was a 6-round TKO. That liver shot ended the night. You know what I mean? BAEZ was competitive early, definitely won some rounds early, and was troubling Navarrete. But like I said, he saved the day. A liver shot to do the trick every time. I got you, bro. For sure, Skywalker. For sure. Jose Diaz, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. I got you, Skywalker. Okay. But yeah, man. How you scored? Yeah, people are saying. And I will say this, yo. Dude, what is his name? Akhmedov. He I don't want to say robbery, because a robbery is just like, when a guy is pretty much, dominating or winning majority of the rounds, and clearly, like, this fight was competitive pretty much all the way through. And for me, I don't know, it's like, for me, I seen it two ways. Like, dude landed more punches than, what's his name, Puyo. He landed more punches than Puyo, but dude, he was slipping a lot of shit too. Like, I like when a fighter show me more than just offense. And what I'm saying, just to be fair, I know, what is it again? If I'm butchering the name, pardon me, Akhmedov. He landed more punches, but he only showed me offense, and he came one way. And nonetheless, he was effective, and he brought the fight the entire night. But he had those moments and rounds throughout the rounds where dude was really making him miss and catching him. Know what I'm saying? When he was allowing that fight to be like in close, he was giving, Akhmedov too much of a chance to win the fight. You get what I'm saying? But when he was boxing and moving, he was doing good, and he was making a miss. He was slipping punches, like rolling away from him. Like, I know y'all seen some of the defense. Like, that's what I was able to see from Puyo. He was able to show us both. Alberto was in there fighting, man. It was definitely a close fight. I wouldn't call it a robbery, but I would understand why people felt like, 8K. That's what I'm gonna call him. I could see why they felt like 8K should have won. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a pick. That's a fight that could have went either way. Like, I could see a case for either one of them. But I'm telling you, if that played any factor, which it probably did, like, again, is, boxing is more than just offense. And again, he was very effective and consistent with his approach. But, you know, when you got a guy able to slip and make you miss and then make you pay countering you, and you got just one guy just coming forward landing shots, like, you get what I'm saying? You got another guy just showing you more facets in there, more tools. Like you, like I said, it's offense and defense, and he had the ability to do both. Bro, what you want to wish my bad? Yeah, happy birthday, happy 13th birthday to my baby girl. Yes, sir. We got a teenager, yeah, a female teenager too. To the Dominicans, good, yeah, man, good wins, man, good wins, good champions, man. Dude, Puyo gonna be all right, man. I think they move him right though. You know what I'm saying? They move him right. Cause he got some skills. A good night for the Dominican people last night, man. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing. Every bag was good with it, Brody. Appreciate you sliding through. I knew LIPINETS would do that to Figueroa. See LIPINETS again. Adrian Broner. Gary Antoine. And why I say Gary Antoine, because the last thing a fighter would need is to be an inactive fighter or not in the best mind and physical shape in there with LIPINETS, because he a real dog. He gonna be trying to knock your head loose. You know what I'm saying? So I would much rather see Gary Antoine Russell and LIPINETS fight. And yeah, I knew he was gonna do that to Figueroa too. And you know we're gonna talk about that, because I don't like Figueroa after him coming for AB like that. So, and I think part of him, that's why he was mad. I think fighting LIPINETS, that bag is different. Probably didn't get paid as much. Then on top of that, he was banking on, like, just think about what he said. He didn't accept Broner, you know, saying mental health, citing mental health as a reason to pull out, because he wanted to make it about Broner not being in the best of shape. So in my mind, he was banking on Broner coming in there, being inactive, not being in the best of shape, and him being able to outwork him and get a win over a credible, like, you know what I mean, a credible name. It still would be a good name. That'd be the best name on Omar Figueroa resume if he would have fought Broner and beat him last night. And that's why he truly wanted Broner to be in there. That's why he was pissed off about Broner not making it to the fight. It wasn't about mental health for him. He was thinking about his career, him getting a bag and him getting some recognition on beating AB. I'm telling you, he was hoping to get a shell of himself so he could get in there and get a win. And he knew when he got in there with LIPINETS, it was going to be a tough fight. And that boy put hands all over him. Appreciate you, Skywalker. I appreciate you. I'm going to let my baby girl know, man. Yeah, congrats to the DR for sure. MP, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. But yeah, I knew Omar was going to do, you know, I knew he was going to get a number done on him. He don't got no defense. And again, those type of styles don't last long, man. They don't. Look at them. Ruslan Provodnikov, same way. Brandon Rios, same way. Look at that. Look how old they was when they retired. Look at Omar Figueroa. What is he, 30? Was he 32 years old? He was retired. Done up. You know what I'm saying? Them back-to-back losses was real. Like that. All that punishment and wear and tear that he took throughout his career caught up to him in the last 3 fights of his career. And I'm telling you, that's never a good style to have. That bravado shit only take you but so far in boxing. At some point in your career, you have to make it about skill. You can't just wake up one day, go through a bunch of shit like what he went through. And I believe he went through some things, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be like he did and not be respectful of what he probably went through or what I feel like I know he went through, because he said it. I don't think he lying about it or none of that. You know, but you don't go through all of those things, like, you know what I'm saying, and just get back in the ring and all of a sudden decide today that you're going to become a fighter of intelligence and you're going to use skill and all these things to win fights. No, man, you talked a certain way, but you got in there and fought the same way you always fight. All offense, no defense, blocking punches with your face. That little stupid, I hate that little dumb move that he do when he put the glove up by his chin to block it. Like, some people might like it, but I don't like the way it look. It looks stupid. And all the dude do is clip you on the other side. It's kind of easy to see it. You got your hand glued to one side of your face. He's just going to go to the other side. And that's exactly what he was doing. LIPINETS was unloading on this dude, like unconsciously, like, and I seen it, like I seen it coming. Like I was like, it's only so much of this he gonna be able to, withstand. And what was it, like the second round? Was it the second round where he dropped him? I was like, yep. It's gonna be one of them nights for him. It's definitely gonna be one of them nights. He's gonna find himself hurt and knocked out, and that's exactly what it did. They had to save him from himself in the corner, just like they had to do against Abel Ramos. And speaking of the Abel Ramos fight, I don't know if y'all realize how bad that fight was. Like, not only did he get beat to the punch for 6 straight rounds and all that, he was getting beat up. He got his ass whooped, yo. Like, I'm talking about bad, yo. He was getting his ass beat against Abel Ramos. He got beat up so bad, yo. When that 6th round, or what was it, the end of the 6th, I believe it was, when that round was over, that boy rushed over there to the corner and threw up blood. That's how bad it was. That's when I realized, like, yo, he definitely ain't the same fighter. Like, that's not, that ain't something you need to see a fighter doing. I don't know if y'all seen that. He had retired on a stool a fight before this against Abel Ramos, and he got destroyed. He got battered for 6 rounds and went in the corner and threw up blood and quit. His face was battered up, bruised up. He was looking crazy, man. Y'all smash that like button as y'all roll in too, man. Lipinets retired 2 fighters in the last few years. Figueroa and Lamont Peterson. Lipinets is an underrated fighter because he lost the boots, and Mikey Lipinets destroyed Lamont. Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, for people that know Heavy, you gotta know that dude is a real. Yeah, he got some real talent, and again, like I know some people, I know a critique might be like, oh, he was only just throwing heavy shots or whatever, but nah, he fought the perfect fight for the opponent that he was in there with. That's how he was supposed to fight a guy that's already on his way out. Show him that he don't need that he, make him question his career while he in there, and that's what he was able to do. And I just appreciate Sergey Lipinets' performance and Omar Figueroa when I seen that he was landing shots, but Lipinets was just walking through him. I was like, oh, he can't. Not only can he not outpunch this dude, he can't hurt him really either. So I'm like, damn, he in trouble. Big Texas was good with it, my bro. Johnny Q was good with it, family. Appreciate the family in the building. Thrill Hood was good with it, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How y'all feeling, man? Jake Dixon was good with it, family. Appreciate you for sliding through. But yeah, he got battered and bruised. He got his ass handed to him, and I knew it. And I don't pray on nobody downfall. Like I said it earlier, I want him to be able to make it out and resume his career if that's what he want to do. But once he had that personal attack on AB, and I was able to kind of like, think for myself, just think and read between the lines. Like it ain't about mental health. You mad because you was banking and you said it. You played your hand. G5, my brother, was good with it, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. You said it. You said it. You was saying he was overweight and all this and that. That's what you was banking on. You wanted that version of AB to get in the ring. T, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you sliding through. I got you. I got y'all for right now. Matter of fact, we gonna cook on it. And like I said, you played your hand by you saying that. You just letting me know that you was banking on an out of shape AB getting in the ring, so you could get a win off a credible name. That AB would have been the best name on your resume, and you would have got probably a bigger bag. Some recognition, and you would have bought yourself some more time in your career. But because that wasn't the case, and you had that that replacement. That shit hit you like a ton of bricks. Laced out was good with it, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. What's good with it, bro? T, what's good?
What's good, dude? What's good? What we talking about? I got to say in my shit I'm ready to talk about.
Mm-hmm. No, I had to get on Omar Figueroa ass because he was talking crazy. AB slander. You were supposed to let AB get that. You would have, be like, damn, that's unfortunate. Speak your piece. You should have respected it because you didn't. You went in there and got your ass handed to you. And again, he knew he wanted out of shape AB. That's why he was saying it wasn't about mental health. You was out of shape, this and that. Now that's because that's the version you was hoping to get. And you was hoping he was still gonna get in there undisciplined, so you could have got you a quick win, got you a bag, and who knows, you probably still would have retired. You get what I'm saying? You probably still would have retired, but that's why you was sick, because you really thought you had a win. I'm telling you, you thought he had one. I'm so glad AB asked the corner salute. Go ahead, appreciate you. Omar sounds satisfied after the fight. Yeah, he was about to cry. He was, they mad, no disrespect to him, but somebody mad when they could speak English, but they just elect to speak their other language. Right. He was pissed off. That boy was sick. Got his ass handed to him. Facts. So, yeah, facts laced out that he shouldn't have did that. That was like, that was a low blow. Like, come on, bro. And then you played your hand by speaking on what kind of shape you thought he was in. Because again, you was banking on him being out of shape, undisciplined, not letting his hands go. That just would have been a perfect storm for Omar, because he was bringing it, but you just had a dude in there that you couldn't hurt. Nothing you threw was hurting him, and he was walking through that shit, and he was hurting you. That shit just looked bad. It looked ugly, and I don't feel bad for him because of the shit he said. But I ain't happy that he lost. But I'm glad. I wasn't rooting for him. I'm glad that he lost, but I ain't like rooting on his fall. No shit.
Fuck yeah, we got one right here, right live on Just Do show. Big boy too. Come on. Hell yeah.
Get his ass, cuz. Get his ass, cuz. Get his ass.
He got one.
Get his ass.
Damn. Got him. Got him, man.
Yeah, look at that.
That was.
That's how you hold a catfish, because they'll stick your ass. You see that spine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker. You gotta grab them motherfuckers like that. If they're big, you hold them by the mouth.
Hey, that shit cool.
Hold up.
Yeah, it is. Canelo all of a sudden forgot English after the Beagle fight. I'll never forget, Jose. I was crying. Yes, I said, well, that's it, y'all. We blew it. He officially won't be doing no more interviews in English. We blew it. He done lost. He said, the hell with y'all. They asked Canelo a question, the normal shit that they always ask him. That man looked over to his translator like he didn't know what they was talking about. I'm like, yo, god damn.
Buddy.
Don't talk here. Let him talk.
Yeah, Jay. Hello, that's dope, Skywalker. Caught the timing of it, yo. He really caught one. At the timing of it, as soon as he came up here, that timing was really bad. But yeah,
let me show my dog. Look.
Yeah, hey, and that's why I'm coming with it. The AB slander is wild, man, and I ain't a fan of it. So I be on people's ass for it. Like, let that man get his, just like you got yours, just like Danny got his, and countless other fighters. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You got your instant karma in the ring that night. The minute you had this fight, Sergey Lipin, yes, it was a loss.
Yeah, nice.
You just wasn't going to beat him. Facts, he catching fish and shit. That shit dope.
There you guys go, live. I couldn't catch one on my show.
That was definitely one.
There you go, Jose Diaz in the house. You got to see it. He's always giving me tips, bro. Jose Diaz.
He definitely ain't want to do no more English speaking interviews. He like, that's it with it. Get a knife and cut it off. Oh, the thorn. You talking about the top thorn?
Yes.
I don't know no shit about no fish like that. I don't even eat them.
You guys keep it down and go over there. Go, I'm on the show.
Man. Salute to Lipin yet. So let's see where he go from here. He look like a real threat out there, man.
Lipinet's rank just went up in hood because everybody wanted him to beat his ass for AB.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was for the hood and for AB, man. He did. The hood and the AB, he got his ass. Navarrete, he got him a liver shot knockout in the 6th round. So hopefully now I doubt if he gets your court soon, but hopefully that he move his ass up to 30 because he was talking that shit. Talking about they're gonna revisit shit. All right, yeah, great timing. Catfish at his best. I never really ate catfish either.
One more thing about Omar, like, what do you think that says about like the family? Like, how is what's the main difference between him and Brandon that makes Brandon like a champion and Omar like at a lower level? Because Omar was always the one with the potential.
You got to learn from Omar.
That and the fact that he probably still young. The quality of opponents. I don't want to even really say the quality, like he ain't fought nobody, but The wear and tear ain't caught up to him yet, because that style is not gonna last either. That shit is not good for boxing. It's only cool while you're young. And if he definitely able to, like, you know, just be fortunate enough to still win like that, at some point it's gonna catch up to him. You cannot go in there and block punches with your face and chin for a living, like, and that's what them Figueroa brothers do. And I like their resilience and like how they bring it, they motor and shit like that. They come in to fight, and they gonna make you fight. And if you don't want to fight, you're gonna lose. But that shit just not, I don't think, conducive for a long career. Like, it's gonna be cool while he young, but as them fights like mount on him and he started to get in them wars. You see Omar Figueroa, once they went bad for him, it stayed bad. Like, he took a loss against Usyk. He got beat down in that fight, dropped for the first time. Then he got beat up so bad in 6 rounds against Abel Ramos. That man went over in the corner and threw up blood. I don't think people realize that. I don't know if people seen that fight. He really went over in the corner and threw up blood on the mat. You know, I'm just like,
yeah,
that look bad.
Yeah, Abel Ramos.
Yeah, he beat the fight out of him. I'm like, man, he beat blood out that man. If he ain't beaten Lippin yet, I would have picked Broner to beat him if he would have been in shape and shit like that. But nonetheless, you know, or you got a replacement. And before people say, oh, he only had a week, man, I always feel like that shit is an equal disadvantage for both, because they only got a week to prepare for each other. I hate when they ask it one way, like they asked Lippin yet, so you just had a week, or what do you think of? Man, it's the same shit for him. They both had a week. Like, miss me with that. That's not going to be the reason he lose. The reason Omar is going to lose is because he is shell of himself, and he block punches with his face for a living. And you can't do that when you got to do like Lippin throwing hard balls. Like, and he made sure he threw every punch damn near hard. Like, he knew what kind of fighter he had in there with him. He showed it.
That's how he fight anyway, bro.
He be trying to leave you in the dirt. Yeah. That shit be crazy. Navarrete look regular as fuck. Yeah. Let's talk about that too real quick, because dude was getting in his ass in them early rounds too.
He lost every round except the round he knocked him out.
Yeah, but that liver shot just is a motherfucker, man. Damn, that shit really do the trick. It do something different. Demetrius Bright was good, bro.
I told y'all Robesi whoops on him. Puts a freaking beat down on him.
He lost every round of that fight.
And he said T.O. and Lippin yet. Shoo, man, T.O. might get his nose left in the ring. That dude punching like that, because that's one thing I'm not completely convinced on just yet with T.O. too at 140. Did his power really transition? I'm not sure about that, and I don't care about that knockout he got. I saluted him for it, I gave him his credit, but I know the level of opponent attributed to the knockout. Like, I just didn't see that same umph in his punches. It didn't look like it. It looked like and then why I feel like I got a point, because his father, I went and read something, and his pops was trying to say he didn't throw no power punches. He wasn't turning his punches over until like the round where he knocked him out, or the round right before, some shit he said. I'm like, nah, bro. See, you was making up for the fact that it looked like his punches wasn't doing shit to him. You can't be in there not hurting your opponent, because that's basically what you're telling me. If he's not throwing no power punches through all of these rounds, it's safe to say he's not trying to hurt his opponent. So that means, like, what is he in there doing? He playing with his life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was him not turning his punches over. I think his power ain't all the way there, and maybe he gonna need another fight. But that's why I say I'm gonna give him another fight to see how he look. But as far as the movement and shit, his energy level looked good, but that's one thing. His punching power just don't look like something that's going to be a real factor. And I think if he want to be at 40 for real and be successful, that whole notion of him being some knockout artist that he think he is in his head, he going to have to go the distance a lot more at 40, I think. And if he ain't prepared for that, whether his gas tank fell him or his boxing ability, he going to be in some trouble, man. Because I just don't know. I don't know.
He going to 130.
He gonna go to 130. Somebody gonna clip him down there and put his ass out.
Now he at 126. The Navarrete fight at 126 right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about Navarrete? Oh my bad. Yeah.
Who you was talking about?
No, I thought you was playing. I thought you was joking. Saying T.O. gonna go to 130.
T.O. trash.
Go his ass down.
And
again, he can box, and I seen some shit. I seen him being focused again, but again, he at 140. That's not
safe. He's gonna get hurt at 142.
I'm telling you, yo, he better.
I could see Lipinets walking T.O. down all fucking day and putting his ass out in about the 9th round.
I'm telling you, yo, because I'm not sure about that power, yo.
It's not the dude that you want to test yourself against, bro. This dude you fight when you're ready.
Yeah, exactly. Not when you trying to still figure out if you're ready. Yeah.
Boost is different. You niggas is not Boost. Boost is different. It was at 147 too, so I understand what's going on.
Here's my question. Like, it seems like yesterday was the start of the rebuilding process, like the reset of the junior welterweight division, like 140, you know how like it reset after Crawford moved up. Now that Taylor was undisputed, now all the belts are scattered again. It's the resetting again. How long do you think before we start like getting unification? Maybe 2 years, like from now, maybe. Like
I think 140 are about to get with it now because it's not a whole lot of big names. So I think they go get with it.
Just enough names, I think. Yeah, like
there's a lot of good fighters, right? There's not a lot of big names though.
Yeah.
I mean, so the winner of a lot of good fighters is always the big name after that. You know what I mean? So I think they go get with it. Zapata and Prograis go birth, the number 1 fight in that division. And then after that, you got Julio, and then you got Ponce about to fight Matias. Oh shit. So yeah, and then we got that'll be the IBF. So we got IBF locked up, we got WBA locked up. Regis Prograis or Zapata got WBC, so that's locked up. You know what WBO, and that's what Josh Taylor got. So we waiting to see what Josh Taylor do. None of them. Josh Taylor became a big name because of what that nigga he won.
So what he got? 1 belt now?
Yeah, 1 belt. Yeah.
This dude went from I never seen no shit like that. That boy went from undisputed to all of that.
Think of where we would be right now if Catterall would have gotten the fair decision. Where would we be? Like Catterall would still be undisputed, and they probably would have already fought a rematch, him and Taylor, right now.
Yeah.
If the judges would have gotten it.
I could see that. Yeah. I just
can't.
That's
a what if. So
I can't believe they gave it to him like that. I mean, I could, but it's like it's weird.
My point is, we all love undisputed, but it's sometimes good to see a division reset and a whole new crop of guys.
That's why it's good to see undisputed because it birthed new stars after he leaves. Like Prograis and Josh Taylor birthed because Bud left. You know what I mean? Now Josh Taylor about to leave, so we go birth another. Or we may just get Prograis in his rightful spot, right? Because he got an argument to say he won. Or Catterall might fuck around and fuck some shit. You know what I mean? So it's gonna get good. A new star is gonna be born. I like it.
Yeah, he's about to be pissed down Omar leg. For real. Front line was good with it, bro.
AB need to get all the way right and go to 140. That's what they was trying to do with this fight. And now he let Lipinets get his belt.
Hey, my favorite fight last night was the Big Bang Zhang and the Filip Hrgovic, man. I didn't know who was gonna win that shit.
Yeah, that was tight. Yeah, that fight was crazy, man. Big boy was bringing it, man. He surprised me a little bit last night.
I honestly thought it was a horrible fight. Honestly, they were both sloppy.
It was horrible to look
at. I just didn't know who was gonna win, man. It was like each round, you know what I mean? It switched.
It was horrible to look at, but the drama of the fight was good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, Brandon Lee got lucky. Yeah. You know what? I know why you would say that, but what I would say is he really showed. Now that to me, that's just showing you another level. Because I for sure thought he was done. Man, he like I said last night, he got the chance to see what the hell his brain looked like inside his skull. The way his eyes roll, like he clicked. that's one of the hardest punches, the cleanest punches you could take. And for him to get back up, I'm so glad he took it off. I'm like, yo. And why I wouldn't say it was lucky, and I get why you would think that, because you know he was fortunate. I will say that punch didn't leave him in the dirt, but he boxed so well after that and was controlling like pretty much all the rounds. I'm like, yo, that's how he won. That's how you win. That's how you get back. You know what I'm saying? He took
that was a tough punch he took.
That was a kill shot for sure. Heavy bag. It didn't look like he was ready to fight at all. Tell you, I think the zone card was trash. Jelly B was good. Was good with it. Yeah, man, the zone. You know how the zone be, man. Part of their problem, they just need different commentators. They really do. Like whoever responsible for doing their highlights and all of that shit, it just make this shit bland, man. If he went up against, done. Yeah, he would have did. That would have been a different level because they would have been able to capitalize off of hurting him that bad. That dude just allowed Brandon Lee to just get back into it. And, you know, like he said, it did take him about a round. After that, and even in that round, he won it. I'm like, dude don't got it in him. He don't got, I don't want to keep saying people don't have killer instinct, but he just didn't have a sense of urgency after hurting him that bad. After that round ended, I didn't see it. It's like you just allowed him to get back. You were supposed to press him a little bit and try to hurt him, but you just let him off the hook.
Hey, JusDue, I'm gonna bounce out of here, man. My kids are a little loud, man. So
it's all good, bro. No doubt.
All right, man.
All
right, bro.
Just have a blessed day. Peace.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, but I wanna take responsibility for something. I know I've been dick riding Badu Jack for like the past like year, like campaigning for him to like be cruiserweight champion. But the man donates to kids, man. He's like the most nicest dude on the money team, and he's always fought the fights we want. He's always fought like unifications and stuff. And
we'll fight whoever.
After yesterday, it was a great. He got the win. He got the win over an undefeated dude. So I really want that. He claims that it was supposed to be Makabu, but like Don King didn't make it happen, and he's gonna try it again. So
Don don't want his last. Ain't that his last fighter he got? Shit, he don't want him. Well, he got Trevor Bryan, I think, too. Don't. Trevor Bryan just got sparked, so.
Told
the zone be
told goddamn he told goddamn
Badu
Jack.
It's like he wants
Badu Jack. I ain't giving you the fight unless you sign to me. I know how Don get down.
He want to draw a fight. Yeah, I hate records when somebody got like 3 draws, 4 draws. That shit be crazy. I see fucking Hector Garcia got 3 no contests. Like, damn, bro. You undefeated, but shit. He fought a hell of a fight last night too, man. Salute to Hector Garcia, man. He damn near pushed the shutout. He beat Roger Gutierrez young ass, man. He made him look like the older man in there.
Yep. 3 undefeated fighters are champions at 130. We got the top guy, Shakur. We got.
You mentioned his performance, man. That was a hell of a. It's just like he was smart. And the first thing I noticed, I'm like, this dude he borderline slow to me. Fucking borderline slow. I'm sorry. Like, I don't usually call fighters slow, but
like physically slow or like IQ.
Just no, just physical, like hand speed and shit. He just looked like his timing makes up for it.
He
like
got good timing. His
timing and I just guess his placement of the punches. Like, you get what I'm saying? He's a smart dude, and he was controlling the shit with his feet real well. Like the way he was, you know what I mean? That lead before he was doing his thing, man. Dude, he kept Gutierrez just like 1 step behind him all night, like a step and a half behind him. He just couldn't keep up. Body shots, he was slipping them in there when he wanted to. I'm like, man. Even when dude would get something off, he'd get it back. It's like, yo, this is how you fight, man. Dude just looked he was taking advantage of that wide stance. I don't know if people peeped that Gutierrez stands too wide, and he be flat foot. You know what I mean? But when he get on his toes, he can move. But it's like it's either one or the other with him. If he trying to, you know what I mean, get his shit off, he gonna be flat foot. Just for that second where he like reset, then he be on his toes. He don't stay on his toes, and now he stands too wide, flat foot, and I don't know if that layoff affected him, but he just wasn't fighting. He wasn't letting his hands go at all. He was getting that damn Oscar the Grouch dive punched out his head.
Got outclassed. He got outclassed from the start to the finish. It was never. He ain't. To me, he ain't win a full round. He won pieces. He won pieces of every round almost. He ain't win a full round.
Now, how do you think Garcia matches up with like Cordina or Shakur?
I mean, Cordina is that'd be a competitive fight for sure. Cordina look a little faster than that guy, Hector Garcia, and he could box. But I'm a believer in Hector Garcia if he get in there. I'm a believer that he can compete and pull it off. That's a winnable fight for him. But Shakur, that hell no, that's gonna be all wrong. That slow shit right there, that's exactly the wrong fucking thing to be missing from your game is speed, like, and just not being able to get there fast. And you're gonna need that against Shakur. It'll get bad. It'll be like damn near a shutout, pretty much. I'm willing to bet anybody that. Like, he'd be lucky if he win 2 rounds. I ain't saying 2 or 3. No, he'd be lucky if he win 1 or 2 rounds. Like it'd be that bad because I think that should have hurt him. And I don't feel like he punched so hard where he could just bank on a big shot either. So, but somebody else, I mean, like the Cordina, that's a more winnable fight for Garcia to me. Because I gotta see more of Cordina. I only seen that knockout. I don't really know much about that. Shakur and Mott, both of them. Yeah, he's good. So it's 11. Yeah. Oh, early. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, my bad. I'm back now.
Oh, my bad. I was just talking to my girl. Baby girl birthday today. I got a teenager.
Birthday to baby girl.
13, yeah. I got a teenager. I just want to go to the beach. Beach and shit. I can't even swim. But yeah, man, we had some good fights last night. We ain't even get into all of them yet because you already know I got some shit on Anthony Joshua. I ain't even really get it.
I forgot. I forgot.
Just do. I never asked you about Joshua. Do you think Chisora should get that fight? Him versus Joshua as like a get back fight, you know, for Joshua? Maybe just a soft touch, and then Chisora can get his payday before he retires.
Shit, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with the sound of that. They be cool. They decent people. They got a good relationship. Shit, but shit, I don't even at this point, man. I don't know if that'd be a soft touch. I ain't saying he won't win, but Chisora be fucking bringing it, man. Joshua might need a different style. He going there with his confidence shaking at all, man. Chisora around pull off a upset or some shit. With a damn sure be an upset, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be against it, but I really want to see. I want to see where Joshua really go from here. The question, like, I don't know if he's done. No, I don't know. But he definitely. He said, "Oh my bad." He said, "Joshua knelt down. Usyk not fighting no one next." Said Fury not retiring. Wilder tweet on Eddie Hearn offer him another AJ fight. Yeah, man, because Wilder basically said they wanted him as an insurance policy, pretty much, because they knew. And for anybody that will really try to refute that that's Wilder ducking or something like that, just tell me how realistic do that sound? How logical do that sound? Like for real. Like that had to be the game plan. That's a backup plan. Like they wasn't 100% sure he was gonna win this fight at all. And I knew he wasn't gonna win this fight. Definitely not on no damn points. I said that time and time again. He wasn't winning this fight on no points. He had to knock old boy out. And he looked like he had his moment for a second in that 8th. But again, he shot his load, man, and he mistimed that shit. I think he felt like Usyk was more ready to go than he was, and that shit backfired. And now the question is just real to ask because, and again, you know I'm about to get into it because I'm sick of people's shit. Wilder is done. Every time somebody comment on Wilder, one of the first things that you come straight in, he Wilder done, he done this, he done that. So what the fuck is AJ? Because I done had it with this shit. He done got sparked out. He done got his identity changed. He ain't even like fighting the same. Like all of this shit could be said about him. So if he ain't done, and I ain't even saying he done, I don't feel like his career is over. I just feel like he better not try to fight Usyk again. That's all. Just leave that Ukrainian dude.
The question is right. Is AJ go work at Walmart or Target? Do he look better in red or blue?
Yeah. I'll say this. Like, rumor is Daniel Dubois is fighting Dillian White later this year. That's just a rumor right now. I think that would be a good fight for AJ. Daniel Dubois. Like, that's a possible win.
Oh, man. I don't know. Daniel Dubois might leave AJ ass in the dirt. I'm telling you, that fight, I'm going to be honest, that fight like that, regardless of what people might think about Dubois, you better get him before he gets you. That's what I will say. You better get him. That fight is going to be that. I don't see that going the distance, man. Them dude, especially if he come in there fighting how he normally fight, because AJ don't have that. I don't know, man. Yeah, he better get him first. I'm telling you, because that dude be trying to knock your head the fuck off, man. And if he get in there, I see Joe Joyce was able to jab his eye out of commission. Like Joshua is not that disciplined behind his jab, so I don't see him being able to keep Daniel Dubois on the outside as well as Joyce was able to do. And then I think Joyce's chin is better than Joshua's too, so he was able to absorb some of them shots when he did get hit. I was like, this dude is a machine, man. Like, he's limited physically, it seemed like, but then he got some sneaky athleticism at the same time. It's weird, yo. Joe Joyce is a strange fighter, man. A strange fighter. He's a big, kind of slow.
Yeah, you see though, after when he gets like the knockout, he does those like ninja flips and all that.
That's what I had in mind when I said like this weird sneaky athleticism. That's you took the thoughts right out of my head. When I say athletic, that's what I see him doing, that little flip shit he be doing in the ring. I'm like, yo, this dude is sneakily athletic, man, and
he'll own it.
Slow and steady. He don't jump out the page on you. Even with his power, it's just thudding. It ain't no Wilder shit, but it's like he gonna hurt you or he gonna drain you. And I seen him do it to Daniel Dubois. I swear I thought Dubois was gonna beat him, but when I seen how the matchup was playing out, he couldn't. First of all, you can't get away from somebody's jab. You're gonna have a long ass night, especially when that person is disciplined behind the jab. Joe Joyce was smart, and he's a little smarter than what you might say. He knew that, yo, this dude can't stop my jab. I'm gonna just jab his eye out of commission. You know what I'm saying? He really can't stop my jab. I'm gonna just jab him. Like, he really didn't have to really do nothing else. I was pissed off watching that. I'm like, so, bro, you absolutely cool with letting this man rearrange your eyeball. You're not gonna do nothing about it. I'm like, all right, just go jab and jab. Like, man, I can see Joyce hanging around for a while because he's durable and he got like that slow and steady approach. You got to really beat him up. Like, I seen Usyk do it. I seen Usyk beat him up pretty good. I seen Usyk chip him. And again, but Usyk can box and move, so he didn't have to, he ain't slow and stiff. Like, he make you go get him, and he just couldn't keep up with Usyk at all. AJ would be perfect as a Walmart manager. Right. We gonna get it too. I got some clips, right at the front door. I got some clips because you mentioned the meltdown. So I got some good clips, man. Because this dude, AJ, was pissed off. I got this one little clip where he looked like he was ready to fight a fan, man. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I got it.
Good work. Keep it professional. What? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
You see?
It wasn't no winner. It was good work. It wasn't no winner. Keep it professional. What? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Fuck on now, yeah, I said way to keep it professional. I think he misinterpreted. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you know that's it's not right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
OG, he heard all he heard was professional. And AJ probably said, "Nigga, you just got your ass whooped." That's what AJ heard. He said, what?
He probably,
what you talking about?
He probably thought. I think AJ thought he said keep it professional. He told him way to keep it professional.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to be honest, if that big 6'5" bodybuilder comes at you like that, and there's no security, what are you running the other way?
That bottle or you know, kick to the nuts. I never ran from somebody in my life, so that'd just be like unfamiliar for me. Like I ain't a believer in running, especially a one-on-one. Like it'd be wild though.
I'm gonna run around in circles till his big ass get tired, like I see everybody else doing.
I say, or better yet, I'm gonna run to the nearest object that's gonna be an equalizer, and ain't no way I'm gonna let some big barbaric look like he go in the gym, eat the weights. He don't even work out. He eat the weights and leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get your ass out of there. Nobody fight your ass. Not me. Not my 150.
Not AJ. A regular dude, I will. Not AJ though.
Yeah. Not my 150 pound ass. AJ.
Not AJ, Alex, but a regular 6'5" dude, yeah.
See how the cartoons be, the Looney Tunes, where they punch the dude to the other side of the ring. AJ dude be just like that.
Not AJ at all, but a regular 6'5" nigga been there, done that.
that big barbaric dude. But now, dude was trying to salute him, but you see how he snapped, and Usyk got boxed him again as expected. Yeah, I expected that. They don't call him the juggernaut for nothing. Not a facts. Joyce got something about him, but I got some more stuff. I got, some of the stuff y'all did see, maybe y'all didn't. Like the clip from somebody, I don't know if this dude on AJ team, but I noticed that Lawrence Okolie was sitting next to him, and he mentioned something about the team might being mad at him for speaking up. But I'm gonna play this little clip too.
But it was the wrong time.
Yeah, he said, I think they was talking about all that shit, like that confusing shit he did in the ring, like that just left us all like, what the fuck is he on? Like, what he talking?
Dude right there been having a lot to say about AJ. He in this count. I didn't need to go and rough his ass up or something.
Yeah, for real, because it's like
I don't be liking that shit though. I don't be liking it. I don't be liking it.
Yeah,
you want to take a stand for nigga. You just said he did a lot for me. You should have ended it there.
Yeah, like it was weird. That's why I play. That's why I'm glad I got these clips. But before I came on here,
been having a lot to say about it. Now, I ain't even saying he was wrong in what he said, but that dude, he boxed too. Been having a lot to say about AJ, and you on his count. That nigga feed you.
And Okolie was sitting right to the left of him or whatever it was. That's why he said, I know the team might get mad at me for saying it. And you might not have no job playing around trying to
get up out of here. Nigga, you want to be AJ.
You better shut your ass up, boy. He get you up out of here, you be off the motherfucking team. You go try to get in the gym, the locks be on there. You gotta, you know what I mean? I change the locks in the gym.
You don't even know your name. I know who you is, but I don't even know your name. Get out of here.
I don't. Y'all notice that was one of the first answers. This is somebody I think from his team. I don't know his name.
He fought.
It's guy. Come on, guys, put some respect on his name. That is Olympic bronze medalist Frazier Clark.
Yeah, Frazier Clark. Yep.
He looked like Tony Bellew a little bit.
Yeah, he do.
Bald head ass. I don't know why the boy look like.
First of all, you've got to congratulate Alexander.
The boy look like Tony Bellew in the face, mixed with somebody else that I can't think of. But yeah, man, that was one of them. And I got another one though. He spoke on that, but I think he was speaking on the shit. But I want to know what y'all think about this clip right here. Yeah, AB would have fucked Omar up, man. I'm standing on that. Crush was good with it, my bro. Appreciate you sliding through. Said damage control, Coach Joe. Coach Joe was good with it, bro. It's like you was happy after that lipping. Hell yeah, I was happy. Yeah, I was happy.
Damage control, Coach Joe. Yeah, come on.
Whooping his ass, bro. But what y'all think about this clip here? Hold on. Look how Usyk looking at him. Yeah, he's like, nigga, you all right? Like, what the fuck was that about? Like, nigga,
I would have had the exact same face.
That's what dude was talking about too. That shit. Usyk, like,
might finna cry.
What was that? Like, you having a bitch fit? Right? Oh, fuck all that. This nigga. But yeah, man, he threw a little temper tantrum right there, man. Little beach fit.
I just would have been shocked, just like that. That would have been my face. Like, I don't know if you guys ever seen the meme face of like Pikachu having like this shocked look on his face. I would have had the same look if I saw Joshua, my opponent, who I just beat, threw my belts out the ring.
Right. I showed like, bro, you just throw that my shit on the floor. Go pick his shit up. Talking about a sore loser. It's like a nigga. It's like somebody going to the Super Bowl, right? Playing in the Super Bowl, losing, and then wait until they passing the team the Super Bowl trophy, run over there. Imagine nigga over there grabbing the Super Bowl trophy, throwing that bitch on the floor right before they give it to him. Nah, Josh was spoiled as hell for that. Then the man said, it's not about the belt. Nah, nigga, it is about the belt. That's why you mad right now. Trying to give us your speech and shit. Because it's exactly about the belt. As soon as you lose the belt, now you who's like, pick my fucking belts up, nigga. Oh, shit, man.
Man. You know what I don't get about AJ? Do you guys notice? Do you guys notice that after every Anthony Joshua fight, except in America, he is the only boxer I've ever seen that's allowed to grab the microphone and like cut a promo after every fight? You guys notice that?
That's where he's best at, rocking the mic.
Good morning, Crush. How you doing?
What's going on, Alex? What's up, everybody? What's up? God damn.
I'm trying to find my pen.
Listen, man, I don't even want to roast this motherfucker, dog. I haven't released any of my clip on roasting this motherfucker. Get your big ass muscle ass on out of here, dude. You want to come with a story after you done lost. You want to come with a story. Well, my I got street cred. I did some shit. We don't give a fuck about your false, your false narrative or your false.
Timing was weird, bro.
Fucking gangster in the street. That don't mean
shit was good with it, bro.
He's a sore loser, dog. The fucking sore loser.
The timing was bad. It was bad. He did too much. Like, I can understand being emotional, but that was too much emotion for me. Like, I get it, but you didn't have to offer that explanation. That shit was weird. Like, what are you talking about? 5 years old, bro. You just sat here and said you're not a 12-round fighter. You a new breed of heavyweight. That ain't nothing to be talking about. You tripping. Your team really let you sit there and say all that shit. That's why Usyk wasn't feeling it. Like I said, he looked like he was still wondering, this is my pick up my fucking belts that he just threw out the ring. Like, he trying to hold my hand and do all hip, hooray. Like, bro, what? Man, get your ass out the ring, man. Let that man get his moment. You just bugged out. You threw his belts, threw a tantrum in the ring, walked out, came back. You was ready to fight a fan outside because he said, way to keep it professional. You damn near, you took that out of context. You told him, watch his mouth. You was ready to fight the dude. Like, god damn, bro. OG at that. Teach was good with it. Was G14. Shit if I know.
Some old whack ass shit they got going on over there that everybody on the Toya is not worried about.
I wonder how they reading right now in the headlines. He was not thinking right. And I get it. Like, I can understand being emotional, but he didn't have to show it that way. He did way too much. And why I say that, He went from throwing this man belts out the ring, grabbing the mic, stealing his moment, talking about 5 years old, getting locked up, G4. Oh, yeah, G14. Damn, it's crazy you asked that and it didn't ring a bell till I just started talking about that. He said, yeah, G14, whoever that was. Guess that was supposed to be his man or something. Somebody that, you know, maybe he grew up with, some weird shit. You did all of that. None of that had nothing to do with the fight. You not a 12-round fighter. You a new breed of heavyweight. That's what are you talking about? You sound crazy. I understand that you feel like you heavier, so it's harder. But just say that. Don't say you not a 12-round fighter. You just went 12 rounds twice with the dude, dummy. Yeah, but your 12 rounds don't hit like his, but you went to 12. You threw me through a loop. You was way too emotional. Like I said, you threw this man belts out the ring. They're trying to hold his hand up, to telling the people to salute him. They was doing that already. You the one that need to be saluting him. You stormed out the ring like a hoe and came back. You did catch yourself. I'll give you that. But then you went out and snapped on the fan after that. You was showing entirely, you was not in control of your emotions at all. And you a professional, bro. You can't do that. Yo, you ain't like you didn't fight a bad fight. It's like, I don't care what you say, man. I know I'm not you. If I'd have lost a fight fighting that well, you fought well, bro. I don't give a fuck what would nobody say. In my opinion, he changed some things up. He made the fight closer. It was more competitive. He didn't bitch up. I just think he miscalculated some things. He might have shot his load a little bit toward the end. He lost the championship rounds. You lost to a better fighter. You were supposed to accept it. You accepting the loss in a better fashion, the people would have been cheering. You wouldn't have had the hip parade. You lucky they joined. You lucky you Anthony Joshua and you was, you know, your people was there, man. Because if they ain't say shit when you said that, you would have looked dumb, man. You ain't have to do that. I'm telling you, they was already cheering for a great fight. Y'all put on a hell of a fight. You just not better than that man. Leave him alone and go figure out if you actually want to go to bed. Well, against Wilder. If you sleepy, you know what I mean? Because you was acting up last night. So that's a sign of being cranky. You know how kids act when they cranky. You know what I mean? They act up. You know what I'm saying? You might need a nap. Just go ahead and call Bomb Squad. You know what I'm saying? Make a real deal and go and pick your mattress and pillow out.
And let me piggyback off that, concerning Wilder. When he lost let's say when he lost the third fight, he didn't get up and say this speech and all that. He didn't hoot and holler like that. He just put his head down, and when Fury came to shake his hand, he said, "Fuck you, I'm not shaking your hand. I don't respect you." And he didn't, and he just stayed low key.
Yeah.
Like so that shows at least a degree of class, other than unlike
with Wilder, we know where the ill will came from. Like, if y'all want to disregard it, then do it. But the man sporting a damn dent in his skull, like some shit that we don't even see in boxing. And we've seen the hardest punches, him being possibly the hardest one. We've seen Tyson, we've seen plenty of punchers, and ain't none of them did that shit. So it's like, you could make it about whatever you want. He got beat. I don't give a damn. With the fact that man got that in his head, it's enough for me right there. I ain't even got to get into it. It's just what it is. So it's like, when you got that going on, of course he don't respect you, man. You could know where his feelings is coming from. And I just hate when people try to make it seem like it's out of nowhere. It's just because he's a sore loser. You damn dummy. Do y'all realize he ain't have to fight this dude to begin with? Do y'all know after the first fight, when it was a draw, he got a long ass count? He didn't even have to jump back in there. Do you know after he lost the second time, he didn't then have to fight him again? He was a real sore loser. I don't think he would have ran it back 3 times. I don't think they would have fought 3 times. He was a true sore loser. I think they would have fought once, and that would have been that. You gotta put that in perspective when they say that. So I think that's why he had that energy for him. And as opposed to AJ, I think he's a sore loser. Calling it what it is, he really is. Like, that's why he had to get up there and explain all that, because he just had to explain the temper tantrum that he just displayed. He had to get on the mic, justify it. Not only did you did some shit in the ring where, look, like, I don't know who you was looking like you was charging at or whatever you was doing in the ring. You had stormed out, you got in there, you threw the dude belts out the ring, all that shit, then snapped on the fan. Like, you was doing a lot of emotional, like, childish shit. Like, I get it, you lost in it, but you lost putting on a hell of a performance. You fought that man to a split decision. You made him fucking work. He actually felt you in there. You got moments where it looked like you was on his ass. So it's like, after that, I don't know how do you assess your performance, but bro, you fought your ass off. That ain't nothing to hang your head about. You definitely did a lot better than you did the first time. You did. He was hitting that boy with some hard ass bottom. Like, man, he clipping Usyk. He like when he's loading up them shots, he making them shits count. And he was stinging his ass with some shit. And that he was winning up until I think, just like T said, I think what was it like? Maybe the 8th or 9th round. The 9th round, he tied it maybe, and then stole the championship rounds. To me, that was the rest of his rounds. To me, he stole them bitches. He took and not stealing them like unfairly, like he just outfought you. I think he shot his load like going for it, and I think he thought Usyk was a little more hurt than he was, and I think he was. I think he felt him in there. But if you notice, for Joshua to be that big, he just don't. He punch hard. I'm not saying that he'd put me out, but it's like, yo, he don't punch as hard as you might think he should. I don't know. Maybe I just get this feeling, man. Like Usyk ain't the biggest guy, and I do think he was hurting him, but I'm like, he don't really got that kill shot unless you standing right there in front of him. You get what I'm saying? Other than that, you would never see it. Like he still can punch pretty good, but it's like, I don't know. It ain't no question to me is who punch harder.
I think Joshua has that like Triple G type power where he'll hit you and stun you, but then he'll need to like finish you off and stuff.
Yeah, 7-5 sounding about right. Yeah, because I really think, like I said, I think what was it? The 9th round was him winning what, the 4th. Then you got 10, 11, 12. That's 5, 6, and 7. That's how that was the 7 rounds. That's why I said it. I'm glad you said that, because that's how I seen it. Like that 9th was him winning his 4th round to me, and then look how close that is. Like at the night, boy, you competing. You didn't bitch up. It wasn't a matter of your heart. I couldn't even really fully question your mental. But it's funny that the mental that I did question had nothing to do with how you approach the fight. That was from an intelligence standpoint. To me, you just lost to a better fighter, and that's just what that proved. But you was locked in mentally. You was doing a lot of good things in there. You shot your load. You couldn't keep up with that pace. And it's crazy because I blame it on him. He miscalculated that, because surprisingly to me in the second fight, it looked like Usyk allowed Joshua to fight at a pace that was comfortable for him a lot. And it's like, all right, you was hanging in there. He was conserving his energy. He wasn't like, his punch count wasn't too crazy, but neither was Usyk. So it was like he allowed you to be comfortable. And I guess when you hit him real good, I think it was that 8th or whatever it was, when you went after him, it backfired. And from there, I seen a drop off in your energy level. You looked a little more stationary, a little more stiff. You know what I'm saying? And he was clipping you. I'm like, yeah, he won them shits convincingly. You lost the championship rounds, but you fought your ass off. You fought like a champion. I'll watch you again. But then again, the mental I question is the shit after the fight. Like that shit was all weird to me. It's like, bro. And then his team, you know how you and you got yes men? When nobody say nothing to you. I don't give a fuck. Y'all yes men. Nobody said nothing. Even when he threw the belts, they just all looking like with this look. And I ain't trying to hear y'all all was stunned. Get out of here with that. Y'all wasn't all stunned and surprised. Y'all all sat there, watched them do it. That's why dude got a point. And I get it. And you know what? I get it. I get where T coming from. But why I would give dude credit, I play devil's advocate, because he the only one that might not be a fucking yes man around Joshua. Matter of fact, he still should have a job today after talking like that, because somebody was supposed to save you from yourself. You did the way you just showed too much emotion, too many different. You bugged out a little bit in the ring, stormed out, come back, throw the belts out the ring, grab the microphone on his night. You talked longer than he did. What the fuck was you doing? Like, somebody, they was all, and then if you go back, I don't know if y'all was paying attention to how they was standing there. Watch how they be looking when he throw the belt. So where that little clip at real quick when he just talks about.
Terrific to see so many bigger issues in the world, but for sports.
They just looking at him like, okay. I know Usyk looking because he ain't supposed to fight him, but it's like, damn, so nobody is going to be like, bro, go pick it. Man, is his belt still out there? Like, yo, who picked it? I want to know who picked the belts up, man. That's the question I got. I want to know who picked them damn belts up. Joshua should have went out there. Notice the belts don't matter, and you throw them shits out the ring when you don't have them. Have that energy when you got the belts and show they don't matter. After you beat somebody, you throw the belts out the ring. You don't throw the belts out the ring after you done got your ass beat fairly. That was weak as hell, and the belts don't matter. It's about skill. That's why Usyk, I believe, had that energy. He was trying to accept you. He was trying to level with you, because I think he was able to see like the humility and what you was trying to do. But he was like, at the same time, it was confusing. Like, yo, what the hell is wrong with this dude? And then they think Usyk crazy. Now Usyk just play crazy. Joshua, I ain't gonna say he crazy, but he emotionally like all over the place. I would have.
Did you see the press conference?
He not
the post-fight press conference.
But he just he's not the sharpest guy when it come to, he's not the strongest when it come to keeping his emotion in check. You know what I'm saying? His losses, he just don't deal with them well to me.
When you guys get a chance, go see the post-fight press conference. Right. They had Joshua and Eddie Hearn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was crying the whole time. Yep, he was crying, bawling, like bitch.
I see. Oh, nah. See, okay, that's what somebody mentioned, emotional damage. Maybe that's probably what y'all talking about. I didn't go watch that part. That part slipped me because for me and why I didn't even look for it. I know it was there. I didn't look for it. I didn't want to watch it because he just already showed me so much emotion. And I don't know about how y'all. I don't know him personally, but when I see cringy shit, it's like he showed me a lot of weird moments. It made me feel. I'm like, yo, this ain't. It ain't my family member, but damn, Joshua, like, get a grip, dude. Like, what's up? I get it. You lost. People lose. Like, this is what blows me. You can't get these dope ass or, what you think is these dope speeches about how all the greats have lost. And then when you lose, you don't behave like a great would have. What's wrong with you? You acting like a female. Sensitive as hell, bro. You lost, but you lost not bitching. You lost performing. You lost performing at a high level. You made one of the most skilled, if not the most skilled heavyweight in the division work. You made him work. It was not easy for him. That's why I get it. You didn't win, but it was when you carried it like that, you make yourself like a sore loser. Even if I know you caught yourself, you'll get some credit, but your first reaction, man, I get it was the emotional one. But again, you did a couple of questionable things, and as you left out of there, like I said, then you snapped on the fan a little bit. And he ain't said shit to you, so it's like you was all right.
Good work.
Keep it professional. What? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
And his ass still was tired. If not for nothing, his ass still was tired. And did he still have that fucking mouthpiece in? Cause that's how you know you got yes, man. Unless I'm tripping, y'all might correct me. I might be tripping. Did he get that entire speech with his fucking mouthpiece in, and nobody thought to say like?
I don't think we would have heard him as we heard every word he was saying.
I heard him, but I felt like he had his mouthpiece in still or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe.
But yeah, I'm running the other way if he turns towards me like that. Fuck that. But I need to say this.
One of y'all better grab his ass. God damn it,
Joshua. After that, he is boxing's John Jones when it comes to like his personality. Like, because we saw a new side of him, like his personality wise. Like before, he was trying to be like act like a representative of boxing, all nice.
I got some issues with John.
John ain't no loser.
Yeah, John built different.
Yes, but no, you know what I mean. Like, and when he like this is a new side of Joshua we never seen. So like he's been hiding this side of him from us this whole time.
I've seen these shit.
He need to keep that John head out because it don't look good on him.
Yeah, he tripped out though. He tripped the hell out though. He did though. He said Tyson said he'll beat Usyk easy now.
Anybody come here for you? How y'all let him win? Y'all supposed to rob him for me. Though he said.
Mm-hmm. Tyson tripping. He coming there playing with Usyk. Usyk gonna be dancing in that bitch. Tyson gonna remember in the middle of the fight that he fucking old. He ain't got it. He forgot motherfuckers could move like that. I tell you what though, he still got that punching power. He clip Usyk, man. He fuck around and take them damn titles up off him. But nah, I don't want to see Tyson back in the ring though. He aged better than a lot of fighters, but I still don't want to see him back in the ring. AJ try to fight me, I'm going to blind, act like I don't see none shit. Nah, I'm gonna let him go ahead. Cause you touch me, I do. Just like what dude said in the Rocky movie, you touch me and I sue. You touch me and I sue. I ain't going nowhere. He's walk up to I'm gonna be. Matter of fact, he just said that to me. I'd have started talking more shit. But then dude wasn't even talking shit to begin with. But I would have started talking and then Like, man, let him go. Fuck you gonna do? Fuck your big ass. You know what I'm saying? Talk cash shit. Go ahead and send one down the pipe. Boom. He bumped me too hard. I'm on the ground. Boy, shit gonna be like a car wreck. He pushed me. It's gonna be like a car hit. I'm telling you, he do anything.
This dude, you a fool, man.
He drip sweat on me. I'm like, y'all see that? I'm like, man, it's salt. He's motherfucking dripping sweat on me and shit.
Still, but wait, like, that's Saudi Arabia. You can't sue a guy. That's not under jurisdiction. So he has out.
Oh, what you think? What you had it, Joe? You don't think it was tied going into the knife? Or you think Usyk controlled more?
Joe had Usyk on his ass. I think Joe had Usyk on his ass.
Oh yeah, facts. You throw yourself pressure.
He said he rewatched it. He said he rewatched it.
Yeah, they regret fucking with me. That's one thing for sure. I'm telling you that now. It ain't gonna be like everybody else. This ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go.
Up into the 10th. It was a draw up into the 10th. Usyk won the 9th. Usyk won the 10th. I had AJ up after 9, and Usyk won the 10th, and that's what made it a draw. And he won the last 2, and I had it 7-5 Usyk. I had it 5-5 going into the 10th, and Usyk won the last 2. Usyk won the last 3 rounds to close out the fight for me on my card. He won the 9th, 10th. He won the 10th, 11th, and 12th rounds for me.
Usyk was up 1 and 2 rounds. Oh, okay. Man, it's just one of those fights though, but that's how you know it was a good one, and that's how the fact that we even discussing like rounds and how you scored it, that's usually telling you got a good fight, a decent fight, and that just was a good fight. Like it was better than good. Like they competed, man, and I credit him for his mental approach. Like that's why I said I never really questioned this dude heart. I probably said that once or twice, but once I started assessing him, I'm like, it ain't heart with him, it's mental, because he getting in there and he trying and he don't tap out. You got to beat it out of him. You can beat the fight out of him, but he ain't gonna just give up. You know what I'm saying? So, it ain't his heart. It was his mental and his approach. It wasn't nothing physical. And even with his gas tank being in question, I felt like that was a limitation he could kind of weather through. He could get over. You know what I mean? He could still win with that being a limitation of his. But his mental just got to be intact every fight. And after he showed all that emotion just like that, you was supposed to. You know what I mean? You're supposed to hold the belts up and hand them to him, or you get whatever, like something more class. Like I get you emotional, but cry in the car, bro. Like cry in the car. Like, know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. Cry in the car, bro. But don't be up there being no big muscle bound rich ass baby, man. Cause I'm sorry. No, the fuck I don't feel sorry for you. All that money you just made. I'm sorry. Are you gonna say the money don't matter? That's easy to say when you swimming in it. It's easy to say that shit. All that money you just made, bro. No way in hell I can feel sorry for you. I could level with you and say, like, I gotta understand, like, damn, you really wanted to win. I ain't about to feel sorry for you though. That's something different. Like, you better get your eye. Don't sit up here and start crying, bro. Damn, you rich as hell. You fucking lost. It ain't that serious. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm sorry. If they pay you that much to punch people in the face, bro, and you just fought a fight like that, man, I'd be thinking about my check. I'm sorry, yeah, I would. You better start thinking about your check. Don't keep playing with them people. Don't keep getting the ring playing with them people. Yeah, I seen Brandon Lee got man, he got lit up. He got lit up, man. But he did get up, and respect to him. Like he showed some guts, man. I definitely thought he was done. Them legs was all over the place, and I'm glad the referee gave him a chance. Cause I'm telling you, the wrong referee would have still waved that off. Them little dances he was doing once he got up. Yeah,
the one who refereed Barthélemy.
Oh yeah, it would have been over. That would have been over. He would have waved that shit off. Just think about that for a second. I'm glad the referee gave him a chance, because he needed that. And he had to weather that storm. But like I said, the way he fought back after being hurt, that's where he get my respect, getting up off the ground and really fighting and not fighting scared. He didn't get up and start fighting timid all of a sudden. But you could see he stopped going for it. But it was an intelligent adjustment. to stop like going, because that's what got you clipped. You know what I'm saying? And being careless. That's exactly. I'm glad he see that. And that's why I like him. And he's a smart dude because he understood why he said, man, I got too careless in there. And he kept it real. He said, yo, I thought after the first, you know what I mean, round and so he ain't have nothing for me. And you was wrong. So see, that's what it's a learning experience. I feel like he'll learn from that. So he'll get better because of it. But I'm not sure if I like the fact that they called him a high-level prospect. And I guess because, like, we seen prospects get knocked down before. So it's like, I could see if he got knocked down and then because of it, like, he started fighting totally different. He didn't start fighting totally different. He just started fighting smarter. But he still was taking chances, taking his risks, dropping his hand too much for my liking. But, you know, nonetheless, he kept fighting. And he, like I say, he didn't fight timid or scary, and I liked it. I liked the way he put on.
Yeah, but man, it was just incredible yesterday with some of the fights. But I still uphold that I don't hold Navarrete to like pound for pound level.
He said people saying it's a robbery because he got knocked down. Yeah, those people are slow, man. Like that boy boxed the hell out of Will Madeira ass after that knockdown. He pretty much won every round, even the round he spent recovering. The only round he convincingly lost was that one he got his chin checked like that. But the rest of them shits, he was really outboxing the hell out of this dude. Good uppercuts. He's picking. He can box. He got something with him, but it's not a good look to see somebody cook you like that. Like people don't like to see that. But again, it's always another side of that. At least he got that as he can take that as a learning lesson because it wasn't a loss. He still won, so he know what it feel like. He know not to ever think because you got 1 or 2 rounds off that somebody ain't got nothing for you. So. You know what I mean? I think he's going to learn from it. And I like the stuff that his father told him. His father was on his ass. He told him the right shit. You don't need yes man. And in boxing, you better be Floyd Mayweather. You want yes man. And I don't even think those was good for him. I just don't think yes men are good for the sport of boxing. That's not good, man. You got motherfuckers just to let you think anything or only tell you good and not tell you nothing real. And if they saying it's a robbery, they ain't watched the right fight. Nick Rich was good with it, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. He said, let AJ have his rad moment in peace. he was tripping, wasn't he? He was bugging out. Yeah, I'm like, man, this dude's fucking losing it. But I definitely respected his fight, though. Bruce Gas was good. OG, appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling? Wanted Zane to win. Zane showed me something last night. He was fighting his ass off. Big dude, big boy was fighting. That ring was pissing me off though, because they kept, slipping and shit. I ain't like that. He said if he won, he was going to chuck the belts. Oh, he did. I ain't catch that. That slipped past me. That would have been interesting to see though, because that's the reason why I questioned that. I was like, why would you throw somebody belts and say the belts don't matter? Like, I would like to see him do that if he had them. You know what I'm saying? Like, not somebody else had them. You can't throw somebody else's belts and say, it don't matter. Nigga, you ain't the one that just fought around to win. Like, he tripped out. Nah, man. Nah, bro. Listen, let me put something in perspective to you, Rich. Always keep this in mind, bro. This is, for one, it's the hurt business. For two, it ain't like he got like his career ended or he was like battling all this shit. You get what I'm saying? He just being a sore loser, yo. We being real? I'm sorry. All this boxing is becoming soft because it's like, I get it, like with all the mental health and like emotional shit out there, and you don't want to be one of those dudes critiquing and criticizing people for that. But let's call this what it is, though. This dude is not the best of losers. He's pretty much a sore loser. He's a rich ass dude. He just made a grit to lose. You get what I'm saying? I don't in no way, shape, or form feel sorry for him. I can level with him about losing, but bro, your career's not over and you fought your ass off. I can see maybe if I could be a little more sympathetic, and I wasn't rooting for Omar Figueroa. I wanted him to lose, but I could be a little more sympathetic for his emotion because his career is done. So you get what I'm saying? I can level more with that, but AJ What is he going through? The fact that he just lost to a dude that was better than him. That's all he did. He ain't going through shit. He going through the same shit every other boxer went through. A loss, or most 90+% of the boxers go through. You know what I'm saying? A loss. That's it. Let's not like just put things in perspective. I'm not teasing him. I'm not making fun of him. But I'm not feeling sorry for this dude. It's rich ass, and he came at a fan. He gonna throw the next man belts. You want you gotta criticize. You gotta hold his feet to the fire. You expect a man to behave like a man, not a child. And again, I can get the knee-jerk reaction, like the jumping out the ring and catching himself in the tunnel. I can get that. But to throw to somebody else belts, grab the mic, do all that talking, like, hell no, I'm not giving you no pass for all those. You just wild the fuck out. You was like an emotional teenager for a minute. You was just having you was throwing a bitch fit, how they say. You was really throwing one. That's why you had to apologize to Usyk. Usyk had to stand there and look at you like, is this dude serious? And your whole team standing there looking like fools. Nobody telling you making yourself look like a fool. You know what I'm saying? He was tripping. Nah, he definitely ain't John Jones, though, because John Jones a winner. John Jones a winner. That's different. Category different. But I seen John Jones have his moments. He ain't above criticism. Like I don't support the shit, everything Jones do. But I don't I think he's shown more of a history to be dealing with more shit than Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua just don't deal with losing well. You get what I'm saying? And that don't mean he never been through nothing. But I'm just saying, since he's been a professional, the toughest thing AJ has to process is a fucking loss. You get what I'm saying? That's the worst thing he got to, you know what I mean? And I don't feel sorry for those dudes because we know a couple of things is going to happen when you get into that ring. A win, a loss, or possibly a draw. So when you on the short end of the stick, do I feel bad or like let you have your no? We're gonna talk about it, but I ain't teasing him because I'm giving him the utmost respect for his approach and how he fought. You get what I'm saying? Because he put on. He showed me something. He showed me something. I thought the fight was gonna be another UD, possibly more convincing than the first one. That's the only thing I was wrong about. I still was right about the result though. The end result, him winning though. Said the UFC. What this right here?
Oh Lord! Oh my God, my man! Please wake up! Oh.
He said, "Wake up."
Yes, I did. And you know who that is? T. That's Andre Berto. That's Andre Berto. That's Andre Berto.
Oh yeah, that's from the same place, ain't
it? Yeah, that's Andre Berto.
Oh Lord! Oh my God, my man! Please wake up! Oh.
I'm so mad. God damn it. I was 1 minute away from freaking Chimaev versus freaking Usman, man.
40 seconds. 40 seconds.
We did snacks. What was Robert? Because usually people with TV. Well, shit. Damn, did I have it on mute? I might have had it muted because it's just out of habit now having a fight muted. But I ain't hear I ain't catch none of what Robert Garcia was saying. For me, one reason why I probably ain't looked for it though, or wasn't checking for it, because I never thought he was gonna be the deciding factor, but I was a little wrong. He had some type of outcome and factor on how AJ approached that fight. I think it was a good game.
I saw Andre Ward. They interviewed him. Fight Hype. Andre Ward said that Joshua was lacking in some technique when it came to his body punching.
Yeah, that's true. And Andre Ward, a technician, so that sound about right coming from him. No, I mean he did, but he did a good job at attempting to go to the body, and he did some good work to the body as well. But yeah, some of that stuff is just like little small things, and that's how that's just a testament of how well he fought. Like, because it's like you would have did tweak maybe this or that, then you maybe edge a couple more rounds, or you know what I'm saying. But ultimately, it's like I always said, though, I think the gas tank failed him. I think the gas tank really bit him in the ass. He went for it. Like that minute don't be enough for him. Like if you if he kind of blow his load a little bit in the round and that shit end, it's like that minute just don't be enough for him, like to get back. And it's like, and then from there, it's like once he shoot his low, he don't, you know what? I don't know if he gets a second win once he kind of shoot his low, Joshua. It's weird. Like he don't do a good job. His second win don't be hitting on shit. That's what I'm saying. Like his second win be just enough to make it through the fight. and throw some punches and, you know, not probably get flatlined. But again, Usyk ain't the heaviest puncher, so he was lucky. He was definitely lucky, yo. All I got to say is Leon Edwards head kick, bro. B-Ray was good with it. Yeah, Leon Edwards, man. And again, that's why I rock with fighters like he could have easily like mentally gave up and physically because dude was on him. You know how you watch a fight and even though we just sitting there watching it, you tired footed motherfucker. Like I'm watching that shit and I think Usman was over top of him at one point in one of those rounds. It might have been the third round or the fourth, maybe. I was tired for this dude. I was like, damn, like he's still on you? Like, yo, man, I just know you tired of this dude being on you like that. And he just never wavered, yo. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all know what my dumb ass did. I turned the fight off. Sure did with like 3 minutes and some change left, assuming that this shit was just gonna be more the same, laying it. Just like out, you know what I mean? Outworking them, you know, using your strength and shit like that to just edge the fight, like win the round. Man, I missed the head kick live. I didn't even get to see it live. I'm seeing it right here with y'all in this damn clip, man. That's how I see the head kick, man. They done tripped out. Kick that boy in his head like
damn,
that.
Usman, man, fucked up my shit.
For real, man. Like,
oh, Lord. Oh, my God. My man, please, wake up. Oh,
and the worst part is that was in front of Usman's daughter was there, like 6-year-old daughter watching the fight in the crowd.
But I think you know what, Fate? That Gresham bit him in the ass because he went for it in that 8th, remember? He was having some success. I was like, oh shit, he going for it. But I was like, once that round ended, I said, that's it. That might be it. And I promise you it was. I was like, yeah, that might be it right there. Them three. That might be it. He shot the low. He damn sure he shot that shit. Like, I'm like, damn. Yeah, he got caught. Yeah, he got caught doing what he was taught. He tried to catch it. Didn't he try to catch that kick?
Yeah, now he was trying to get out the way of that fake that he faked at him. It was faked at him right, and he dug left, and then he kicked his motherfucking man out his head.
Dang, yo, he kicked. It's like his eyes was open, and I seen people look way more out of it than what he looked. But like I said, I ain't take that kick. He kicked that ball head, nigga.
You could see it was fake at him with the right and throw the left kick.
Mm-hmm. Let me go back to it one more.
Damn. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
He got it right
there. They jabbed twice. He threw it out there twice.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my.
He definitely did. And you know what's crazy? I was noted that little twitch he be doing. Like there's like a slight fake, but it's so fast. Like he was doing that shit from the opening bell. And I was noticing that. And I swear in my mind, I kept wondering, is that at any point going to help him? Because it just looked like it's something that's supposed to work. Like the way he was, because I noticed he was doing it, I think, at the start of every round for sure. Like he definitely started to fight with that little twitch with the hips. Like he'd throw a kick. It's like a feint or something. And I'm like, is that going to catch his attention? And it looked like he slipped it and did that shit there. But he did some other shit too. But that shit really actually did work for him, man. He caught him napping, man. And that shit, he paid for it. I did not expect to see that shit, man, at all, man. I don't feel sorry for him. I don't have a problem with him slipping and showing his raw feelings in front of the world. Yeah, but again, I think it's an emotional roller coaster. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm not ranking it up there as the worst thing in the world, but I think as men, you have to critique that because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, and I hate to even say this, just imagine if Wilder did that. And I gotta use that because it's easy to understand when I say Wilder. Imagine him doing that. Imagine him losing to Tyson. And just think, they was on Wilder ass for having headphones on a face-off. They was mad at him for not wanting to stare in that man's face for 5 more minutes. Like, how long did you want this face-off to fucking be? You get what I'm trying to say? So the shit they critique him for everything, like not wanting to shake the dude hand when he lost. You get what I'm saying? But it's like when it's Joshua's like, we got to give him a moment. We don't got to give his big soft ass no moment. He had 12 rounds. He ain't give Usyk his moment, but we got to give him a moment. Nah. And again, it's not like I ain't tearing him down, but he got to fix that, man. He way too emotional. He threw a left feint. That left Kick, yo, that's what I'm saying. That little feint shit he be doing. Yeah, UNT both called it out.
Hey, Just Dude, did you see the Rockhold fight?
I ain't catch it. I seen some clips, man. I seen him throw a damn kick that was crazy. Did he win?
No, he lost this.
Did you see what he did?
Go for it.
Did you see what he did to the man, bro?
Facts.
Man put blood. Just Dude, did you see the clip where Rockhold put blood all over the coach like he was? Is graphic, bro. The man was bleeding, bro. He wiped the blood on the other dude, bro, like intentionally.
Nah, I ain't seen no shit like
but
that.
Yeah, Rockhold retired after the fight. That was his last hurrah.
That was sick.
Great way to go out. You know, he says, I'm too fucking old. I got tired.
Yeah. See? That's just being real with yourself. That'll make you a good shit, coach. Yeah. You called it. Yeah, you're right. Because that's exactly what he did. Yeah, man, that shit different, man. That shit was woo. Man, he got slept right there with his eyes open too. You know they say you deserve it when it happened with your eyes open. Man, shit happened yesterday. That's what I'm saying. It was a lot. But again, man, credit to Joshua. I don't hate the dude, like, but as you know, we talk on this shit like it'd just be like weird not to speak on it, like, you know. And again, I ain't saying it makes him the worst dude in the world, but you gotta keep your emotions in check a little bit better than that, yo, because you was all over the place, like from throwing the belts to grabbing the mic to speaking longer than he did. You stole his moment to about to bug out in the ring to storming out the ring and coming back. Then you left out and then you snapped on the fan. Like, you don't get to do all that, yo. And Wilder can't say, yo, I don't respect you. And the man sitting there with a fucking dent in his head. Like, if he don't get to say, I don't respect you to a dude and don't want to shake his hand because he feel like he been, you know what I mean, sent through the ringer, this dude definitely don't get to just throw a bitch fit as a grown-ass man up all that money talking about I'm not a 12-round fighter. Like, that's shit that you, like, if you were his biggest fan, you walk away from that situation. If you being real with yourself, if you being sympathetic, it's all depending on what your train of thought is. If you being sympathetic, you like, man, you know what? He just had a moment. I get it. And he did. So it's like, I'm not condemning him and saying he should be out of boxing for it, but all that shit he was saying is alarming if I'm a fan of his, because again, my biggest issue for this dude was not his gas tank that seemed to be a quarter. He coming with a quarter tank missing. You know what I'm saying? From the start of the fight, it's not even that. You know what I mean? It's not his lack of discipline in the ring. It's not even his strategy or his bad technique with his body shots. It's none of that shit. It's mental with Anthony Joshua. And the more he speaks, the more I question his mental. And that's why I felt so strongly about this fight not even being is probably close as the first one. That's why I was saying that, because I'm like, the shit that he say make you question if he really understand why he lost and do he understand what he need to do in order not to lose again. And I guess the short answer would be no, but in some ways he showed me he could make adjustments and make the fight a lot more competitive, or considerably more competitive than the first one. He made some adjustments. He learned to a certain degree. I just think if he'd been real with us at the end of the night, he probably learned that he ain't better than that guy. 3 main events happened. We all expect the results. Facts. It was a lot of fights going on. Yeah, it was just a selfish moment, but he's human. He's not above mistake, but it's the same way he's not above mistake. He's not above criticism. And then when you're in the sport, you're a public figure. People are. I guarantee you, the shit that I'm saying is smooth and easy. It's within reason. Like, I ain't going to 100 miles an hour on them, but I guarantee you somewhere somebody on live, probably now, or that will be on live if they already wasn't, that's killing them. And I done seen titles already. People killing them in the title before you even get to the video. I ain't do that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I be too hard on the fighters, but I think I try to call stuff how I see it. Because again, if Wilder can't have a dent in his head and tell you I don't respect you because that's some unnatural shit that happened. That's something that people don't even want to question. I had somebody seriously stop me from talking one day to ask me, do I really believe he got a dent in his head? And like I said, if you could virtually like choke people or cyber like through the computer, I would have choked him. Like, what kind of question is that? Like, matter of fact, what are you watching and why don't you know that it's there? He just gonna make that up. Now you gotta hear some people sometimes. People say the weirdest shit to me. Do you believe he really got a dent in his head? Like what? Nah, they photoshopped it, bro. Just like they photoshopped them gloves that Fury had. That had.
You gonna believe me or your lying ass?
You know what I'm saying? Like, so again, they was on Wilder ass for that moment. He didn't get up, grab the mic, do all this talking and temper tantrum, talking about I ain't a 12-round fighter or I don't do road work. That's why my leg. You get what I'm saying? They crucified him for saying this shit that he said. And by they did some of that by putting words in his mouth and you know what I mean? Saying he said shit that he didn't say. Yeah, these new championship fight had me tripping too, bro. New breed of fighter. I'm 18 stone. I get what you're saying. You heavier, bro. That mean you just got to work harder, right? You're a heavyweight. Nobody told you to work out for a living. Damn, bro. Like if you supposed to be boxing, you want to work out. That's all. But you know, again, in respect to him, he fought his ass off last night. That was all class. How he fought. It was just the shit after that. And again, you can't keep having these meltdowns after you lose. Like that's what people be calling it. The shit like they be saying they be going for your mental. I'm not really attacking it, but I question sometimes what be going through his head, and sometimes he need to be able to like slow it down a little bit so he don't got to react off every emotion. That's how children behave. This is a rich ass man. Ask that man what his check looking like. I said, no, I don't feel sorry for him. His career ain't even over. AJ, he done got his ass beat up and got them the hip hooray the winner. After he stormed out through his belts and did all that, still support. You get what I'm saying? I don't feel sorry. That dude is okay. He got 3 losses. It'll be okay. AB got 4 and just had to pull out a fight in an opportunity and miss it bad. And then you got the fighter that he was supposed to fight going crazy on him. You see what I be saying? Why I be talking how I be talking? Like AB, they don't even get him. They go crazy on AB. But we gotta feel bad for this dude when he get beat up by a dude that we know is better than him. Like we know that. Nah, we ain't gotta feel bad. He just gotta grow up, man, or he gotta learn how to deal with losing better than that. I like the energy when he was saying I ain't losing no more. Like, and I get it. I didn't believe he was not gonna lose again, but I liked him to say it because I felt the energy like off that. Like, man, I'm gonna do whatever I could not to lose again. And I believe whatever he did in the training camp, I believe that was the effort, or that was one of his best efforts to not lose again. But it just wasn't enough. He came up a little short. Like a baby after he fumbled again. Usyk looking at him like he wasn't this cucumber head ass dude. Don't. AJ didn't do enough. Facts. He needed to be honest with himself. AJ had a Will Smith moment. Yeah, that's all. He just didn't do enough, but he still fought very well. Just how he handled the loss. And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to give us a whole spiel of why you lost. Bro, it's okay. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what nobody on this team, they just sitting there like they watching a God speak. Like, that should be blowing me. But I do like the fact that they allow their people to speak after they just gave you 12 rounds. Allow them the floor to speak. It seemed like on other sides and certain broadcasts, they get their fighters, they be damn near rushing the motherfucker off the mic after they just gave you blood, sweat, and tears. The least you could do is get them 5 minutes or so. And they don't even be needing a full 5 minutes. Get them the few minutes they need to speak. I did like that. I just didn't like the fact that it was AJ with the mic because, again, a lot of that shit he was saying didn't need to be said. Like, and all he did was tell us, like, he needed to go see somebody, like, and I'm not being funny when I say that. He need to go find somebody that he can confide in and talk to, because by him sitting there saying all that shit, you're kind of justifying the loss. And then you're telling us a little bit of what goes on inside your head, too. Like, everybody don't need to know the shit that you think about by yourself. Damn, I ain't a 12-round fighter. I'm 18 stone. I'm not like Mike Tyson and da-da-da-da. Don't nobody compare you to Jack Dempsey or whatever fucking other names you was saying, because motherfuckers don't really compare you to none of them. If we being real, I don't care. I don't see nothing about Mike Tyson when I see AJ. I'm not being funny. AJ, you could call him whatever you want. You could say a better fighter, whatever you want. I don't think of nothing Mike Tyson when I see AJ at all. There's no comparison to me, other than the fact that they're heavyweights. That's it. Type all this shit by AJ. I'm gonna stay quiet in person. Nah, that's my guy, man. And again, I didn't see AJ having a whole breakdown. Yeah. Oh, you ain't see it, bro? You ain't see OT?
And hold on. Just do. Can I make a point? If that was anywhere other than Saudi Arabia, if that was in the UK or the US, the commission would have freaking disciplined the shit out of AJ. They would have fined him like $10,000. They would have probably suspended him for like 2 months.
called the upset in the Usman fight. Just had a gut feeling. Up to announce Usman, and he walked up and Leon striking pose in dude's face. Yeah, and you know what? I again, just like I feel about people when they do extra weird shit with their hair. I feel like when your energy is when you slightly go past that being hyped up to just being a little too cocky, and you get walking up and get all the way in dude's face. That's the only thing I didn't like that Usyk. Everything else that he did, I was cool with. But I get it, but it's just like this. It's arrogance. This is borderline for me. And I was like, bro, that dude coming to win. He damn sure ain't give up. But yeah, man, I ain't really like how he walked up in his face for sure. Navarrete, yeah, that liver punch Fate was something different. Fate, he was saying something about revisiting the Shakur Stevenson's fight or something, possibly going up to 130. I know they was mentioning that, some shit like that. Once them dudes that fight, I be turning them shits off because I'm sorry, I don't be trying to hear all that translating shit because it don't never sound like the shit the fighter's saying is what the translator's saying back. So just I can't do it. That should be blowing me. I don't know when because the size, that size difference is crazy, man. His kicks were his best asset. Leon saved the day with that kick. Yeah, Tyson Fury, man, that's to be my biggest question is what would be his approach if they were to fight each other? Would you try imposing your will, being big, or would you try to skill for skill with him because you Tyson Fury and you just think you better? Or would you try to lean and lay and do that type of shit? Because that approach is draining to anybody, especially a guy that's smaller than you. Like, that just wouldn't be good. But then again, Usyk has the movement to probably offset him wanting to do that. So I still want to see it, but that's a tough task, a tough order for Usyk just because of the size disadvantage. That shit. Fury is a specimen, man. Ain't no boxer supposed to be down at 7 feet in the ring. Be out of boxing. Yeah, hell yeah. I'll box the shit out of it. That's why they be arguing with themselves at this point, but somebody was going back and forth with themselves about Shakur Duck and Navarrete, and I was like, man, he telling me I need to get something about my boxing knowledge, and I'm just like, and you making shit up. So this ain't even boxing knowledge we talking about. You just making shit up at this point. Navarrete wouldn't even agree that Shakur Duck. I put that on anything unless he a damn dummy. I hit him with that Hail Mary. Yeah, he sent that motherfucker flying, bro. We have to be less critical. It's good enough he didn't quit. He didn't deserve
shit. I'll go back up and get it. I forgot to bring it down.
They booed Joshua. You talking about Joshua OTB? Because for me, like, and again, just so I'm clear, I know you just stay, but my critique is more so on how he handled it after the loss. Like the way he fought that's how you fight. Yeah. I ain't know they booed him. Rocco retired. Yeah, he said he getting old. According to one of the bros, he said he getting old, so it's time for him. Oh yeah, I ain't know they booed him. I didn't, or maybe I wasn't really. I think I had it on mute, or I wasn't paying attention to that part. But about the booing, but yeah, I didn't know they booed him. I mean, you can't boo him. And again, I don't know, you can't boo that performance. You could boo the behavior after the performance, but you can't boo the performance for sure. You gotta tip your hat to him, man. He made some adjustments. He made that a tough fight for Usyk, man. He made it a tough fight. That's why I was surprised that he dealt with it that way. I'm like, damn, bro, you treating it like you didn't do well, like, and you just put up a shit performance, so now you got to explain to everybody like how hard you worked, bro. You fought your ass off. We seen it. We watched it close. Because I damn sure was watching that fight, feeling like, look at AJ doing shit different right now, man. Conserving that gas tank again, picking his shots. He was being selective in there with his approach. He was being smart. I liked it. I appreciated the fight. I just ain't appreciate the antics after the fight. He tossed that man belts. He tossed that man belts out the ring. He said some belts. So like, man, what the hell wrong with him? He like, all right, fuck it. You going through it? All right, Brody, I got you. It's all good. You emotional. Usyk was like, man, let me go get my motherfucking belts, man. I would have liked to see him have that energy when he got the belts. Toss them bitches like that. Don't wait till I done get kicked your ass 7 of the 12 rounds. Know what I'm saying? And you gonna toss my joint, my hardware out, man? Come on, man. What you doing? You don't have boxing now that come at you already. Know they lost. Yeah. Because they don't be knowing shit. And yo, you had to see it get weird sometimes with that too, fake. Because somebody got in a comment section before. People will really start an argument with their damn self. I promise you. I forgot what the first thing he said, but I responded to the guy and he was like, I've been watching boxing. It was about one of the Tiger Johnson performances. He's like, I've been watching boxing 30 years. Them punches didn't land. I said to him, I said, so why was he stretching out and like, you know, looking at the ref, trying to tell the ref he good? Like he clearly got punched in his shit. Dude was like, because of his 30 years, he used that to say that because he been watching it 30 years, that he knows those punches ain't landing. So I said, so why did the dude get knocked out? Did he knock himself out? Or is you trying to say it's a dive? Like, I just had to ignore him at the while. People be tripping, man. Yeah, they be dumb. He just tossed his shit. But the performance OTB from the boxing fan or supporter standpoint, great performance, man. He fought as damn near as well. And just like he said, that was the realest thing that he could have said. Yeah, I could have done better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, possibly, but I still think you did very well. I don't think you kick yourself in the ass after the loss. You just assess it. You know what I mean? You learn from it. You go watch the film. You accept it, you know what I'm saying? And you understand when you start figuring out why you lost. You make necessary adjustments because who's to say? I mean, you tweak a few more things to your game. Like everybody won't do what Usyk did to Anthony Joshua. I ain't saying he beat everybody else, and I ain't saying he lose to everybody else. He fought his ass off. It'd be a tougher fight because some of these dudes don't have the same skill set as a Usyk. You know what I'm saying?
Well, where did you have Usyk in your pound for pound for before?
Like, I didn't have a pound for pound list, but just when people ask that question, I'll definitely say he belonged on it. And he definitely belong kind of high up on it too.
Has his standing with you, like concerning like his position in totem pole, changed after yesterday, or does it remain the same since he beat the same guy he just beat?
Where is he at now? I mean, but shit. I mean.
On mine personally, he's number 3 behind any combination of Spence and Crawford. But other people have him number 1 now. People had him number 1 before even Saturday.
Number 1 for him to realistically for me to put him number 1, he had to snatch up. He had to beat Fury. I think that'd be fair. If we talking number 1, he definitely had to be Fury if we doing that. Number 1 shit, it's tricky. It's tricky, but he did, in a sense, he did beat the same guy, but it wasn't, rematches ain't nothing for certain in boxing. So it was like, it's the same guy, but he fought a slightly better version, a more disciplined version of that guy, slightly. So, I mean, I'll say if we talking about moving him to number 1, though, yeah, he got beat Tyson Fury. But that top 5, without a doubt, I think 3 makes sense. 3 makes sense.
But then that creates a dilemma. If Crawford and Spence fight and Usyk and Fury fight, who has more merit to be number 1 pound for pound? The winner of Usyk Fury or the winner of Crawford Spence?
Man, I mean, if we factoring in that dude wasn't he? I mean, cruiserweight ain't deep like that, but wasn't he undisputed at cruiserweight? And beating Tyson Fury,
yes.
And beating Tyson Fury would make him undisputed as a heavyweight. And if we going off of the saying like the sport of boxing goes as the heavyweight division goes, I think it'd be fair to put him at number 1. Or it'd just all be subjective because then again, remember we talking about pound for pound, so it's gonna really be opinionated. But my thought process is if he's able to be undisputed as a heavyweight, and because that heavyweight division is supposed to carry boxing, I wouldn't argue with a person putting him number 1. But if they felt like you wanted to put Spence there, and depending on your reasoning for it, like as long as it's logical. But you get what I'm saying? I don't think nobody's crazy for putting him number 1, but he would have to be the Tyson Fury and snatch that other belt up, take that shit up off him.
Okay, so early analysis, what do you think of that fight?
What's that? Him and Fury?
Yes.
My biggest question is their approach. And more so not Usyk. I know what Usyk gonna do. Usyk gonna do what he do. My question is what Tyson Fury approach to the fight gonna be. Like, is he Is he gonna try to outwit him and outskill him, or is he gonna be able to lean and lay on him? You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be an uphill battle for Usyk because that dude is so fucking big, man. But it's not a fight that he can't win with the right game plan. But
well, there's this video on Twitter like that's been going around. It's like Fury was on the Joe Rogan podcast a while ago, and he said that Steve Cunningham was the hardest fight he ever had. Of course, this was before the Wilder fight, but he says Steve Cunningham was the most difficult opponent because he was so hard to hit since he was so small.
Now you know what? Putting that in perspective, I'm glad you brought that up. You know what? That don't automatically just make me feel like Usyk will win, but that definitely boosts my confidence in Usyk winning that fight or being able to win that fight and pull off a win. Because if you saying Steve Cunningham was a difficult fighter for those reasons, Usyk is of similar stature, but just at a higher level, can move more, a lot more athletic, more fluid in the ring, just, you know, more intelligent than a Steve Cunningham. And Steve Cunningham laid one on him and, you know, put his ass down. But yeah, I have more confidence that Usyk could win that fight because he definitely is that guy, smaller guy, and he'd be harder to hit because of his foot speed. You know, how he uses feet in the ring. He's smart as hell. Usyk is a smart guy. He know how to use them feet in there. Sometimes he uses them too much, more than it seemed like he needs to. Like he was doing that a lot with Joshua, a lot of like, you know, moving around. I'm just like, he looked like he allowed Joshua to fight at a very comfortable pace for a nice portion of the fight, or for most of the fight.
Yeah. I'm going to need some time to think about that matchup. Fury's saying that he's going to need, they're going to have to throw the bank at him. So I wonder if this is a $500 million fight.
Yeah, he'll struggle. That size, man, length, height, just being big physically imposing guy. Yeah, he has some issues. But the same could be said. I think they could end up testing each other a lot equally. Like Usyk could test Fury's intellect in the ring. Wilder tested his heart. You know what I'm saying? Wilder tested his metal. Wilder really tested what he was made of. You know what I'm saying? Usyk from an intellect standpoint and, like, you know, IQ standpoint, he would challenge that. That's what I feel like that fight could be one of those. Because again, even if his plan is to try to get in there and lean, Usyk got to be stationary or willing to engage and allow him to do that shit. And if he's constantly moving, ain't like Tyson Fury just gonna come in there and bear hug him. He's gonna he's gonna fight his way. I ain't saying he can't do it, but I could see that smaller guy giving him some issues based on his own statements of saying Cunningham was a tough fight for him. Because Cunningham ain't beating Alexander Usyk. Yeah, that jab, and the fact that he knows how to use it and when to use it, it'll be a problem for Usyk. It'll be entertaining though, because that's a big ass dude. That's the biggest issue. Because they're the same size right off the bat. I'll say Usyk win. Right off the bat, no seconds of hesitation. I'll say Usyk win that fight. Being that this dude so damn big, he basketball player, he should go dunk a basketball instead of be punching people in their face. But we're gonna see. I'm just not. I'm one of those people. I don't care if Tyson Fury ever fight again. I just don't care to see him.
Yeah, but after 20 years, I think 20 years is enough. We've been waiting for an undisputed heavyweight champion to find out who's the true baddest man on the planet. So.
Yeah, you need to either get his ass in there or relinquish the belts. So let's see how long because I hope he don't feel like people gotta like kiss his ass to get him back. It's not that deep. Dude, either you want to fight Usyk or you don't. Because Usyk say he retiring if he don't fight you. So if both of y'all retired in that, then cool. Because then them belts would be back up for grabs, and It'll make the heavyweight division interesting again. I don't think Fury is that interesting of a fighter to me. I mean, he's more of a sideshow, and I think people be more intrigued by the actual shit outside of the ring and the build-up to fights than the actual action that take place in the fight. I think the only fight of Fury's that people was truly invested in when it came to the action was the Deontay Wilder fights. I think the rest of them shits, it just was what it was. Like with him. And I ain't saying nobody cared about him at all, but his biggest claim to being good is beating a guy that so many people try to convince you can't box. And for the life of me, I can't understand how we giving him so much credit for beating Wilder, but then at the same time we saying this dude was trash and this and that. So you can't have it both ways. If you want to give him the credit, then you got to give Wilder the credit for being a formidable opponent and making Fury have to raise his level and dig deep. That's what people don't talk about enough. It's easy to just say, oh, he lost, he the better man, it's simple and plain. You know what I mean? It's a little deeper than that. Dudes raise each other's level, and I don't think you'll see nobody put them two dudes through what they put each other through. I always say that. So it's like he made Fury dig deep for something. Like you ain't never see. I know Cunningham dropped him, flattened him. He was able to get up from that and knock Cunningham out being dirty, but that's another story. But he made Fury dig deep, man, to his soul, man. He had to answer some questions. That man could have easily laid there and said, you know what? I'm not even going to try to get up because I ain't letting him hit me with another one of them joints. But with a long-ass count, you know what I mean? He still was able to rise to the occasion. So I always give Fury credit for being able to get the fuck up multiple times from that right hand. That shit was like something crazy. Yeah, that reach should give them some issues to reach. And when they tying up and all that, laying on people, Fury like to do. He like to try to sap your energy with that shit. Leaning and laying, and you know what I mean? I hate it. It's an ugly tactic, but he do it. And he do that shit. He know how to do it well, too. Big cheating ass. Yeah, I'm telling you, his ass, man. But yeah, man, they put each other through some hell, and if you gonna say, you know, he great for beating Wilder, then that would also make Wilder great. As you can't be great if you ain't beat a great fighter. And I just be wanting people to put that in perspective. Like, I can't stress that enough, too. As you can't say somebody trash, but then the guy that beat the trash is such a great fighter for beating that trash. No, it don't work like that, bro. Great fights only happen when you have great fighters involved, and it can't be one-sided. When you got one great fighter and a good fighter, that's just a really good fight. It's not a great fight till both fighters are equally great or just both great at any level. If you consider great at any stretch of the imagination, both, then it's a great fight. And I think when people stop on being overly critical and not being fanboys, you could come to the reality that, you know, Deontay Wilder is just a great fighter, and he a different level of great. It's just what it is. Different type of great. You know what I mean? It's that he has different shit about him that makes him great. Because he lost to one fighter in 40 plus fights, do that make him any less great? Absolutely not. That just means that man that he fought could have had his number or some unfair advantages if you really want to get into it, but whatever. Nonetheless, I've been made peace with it because it just is what it is. You lose, you win some, you lose some. And still to this day, only one guy has been able to beat him. I'm going to be glad to see him come back on the 15th.
So, one more question.
Go ahead, bro.
Will Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder ever fight, or is that fight dead forever?
The only way that fight is dead is if Anthony Joshua never make a real honest attempt to make him or his team never make a real honest attempt to make it. Because for me, and Joshua in a blessed position. Well, I say that because even with him,
Wilder's tweet. Wilder said that Eddie Hearn, tried to get a Wilder fight secured after, Joshua lost to Usyk.
Yeah, I think he's saying something else, like send him another or do something. Because I think Jones would do something, but basically, make a real offer. Like I feel like that's what you try to do, insurance policy type shit. Now that you done lost, Wilder got this business to handle. October will be here and over with in no time. If he beat dude, I think Anthony Joshua and him should really explore the possibility of making that happen. Because unlike other people, Joshua is still in a position to revive his career, but it's just going to be on him. And I think the Wilder fight is the real possibility for him if he truly trying to show somebody something. Because you could talk speeches, you could get speeches all day long, bro. But if you really want the people to believe you, like get in there with somebody that they think you won't get in there with, and that's Deontay Wilder. You'll just be playing yourself if you don't. And I'm interested to see if this win is going to make Joshua think about retiring, or is it going to make him hungrier and be like, you know what? Now I think it's time to really, I done lost a few times. Now it ain't about my record. It's about legacy because I done made money. So it ain't about the money, the record. I done lost. I done made money. You know what I mean? Now I need legacy. So that I feel like, what is he still in boxing for? Like, I'm saying he's supposed to retire, but I want to know like what he think. Like, because I tell you, his mental is real important to me, man. You're going to need to get inside. Yeah, get inside. Fact, the work. You're going to need to take shots. Fact, they're going to knock out Hellenius. B. Wilder is definitely over. That fight might be scrapped if that's the case, especially if he was to get stopped or something. But I expect Wilder to be this dude to be competitive and Wilder to be Wilder. Unless Wilder ain't Wilder, then that's the only way I think he don't knock this dude out. Respectfully, because he ain't no fucking Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? He ain't. And that should be pissing me off too with people. Everybody start talking like everybody ain't Tyson Fury. Everybody ain't gonna be able to put Wilder through that type of hell and put him under that type of pressure. You know what I mean? Make him have to dig that deep. Everybody not gonna be able to do that to him. And both Wilder and Fury left some in the ring as a result of the trilogy. I would not be surprised. Both fighters are not the same. That's realistic though to say that though. But you know what? For me, I guess there's some truth to it when people say, he's not the same, whether you did or didn't see him fight, because who would be the same? Like, no fighters be the same after any fights, even ones they win. Fury ain't the same. I guarantee you he ain't the same fighter, whether he continue to win or whatever. Guarantee you he ain't the same exact fighter he was before encountering Wilder. Nobody is the same after getting stretched like he was getting stretched. Even if he got up, he ain't the same. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's truth to it. But I guess my question is, or my resistance that I put up come the most when people say Wilder is done. Not so much if he's not the same. Nah, I could give him that. Yeah, if he's the same, probably not. But if he's still Wilder, that's enough, for him to, do what he do in this heavyweight division. I'll be shocked if Fury gets in the ring with Usyk. I mean, I just don't know how to feel. I can't get a read on that dude. Like, you don't know if he really want to retire. He retired like 3 times already. You know what I mean? Then he keep making all these bogus demands. That the demands, the more he talk, the less I feel like he want to fight with Fury. And I know he's a chatty patty type dude, but the more he talk now, the less I feel like he actually want to fight. So hopefully we hear less talking from him, because the less talking is probably be a good sign that maybe he really gonna fight somebody. All that jibber jabber, you gonna fight for free, you want to fight in the UK, or you want to fight here in front of the fans, and whatever stupid stuff he be talking about. He be talking crazy, like, so that's why he annoys me, because he's not transparent. He just be all over the place. He say any and everything that come to his mind, any and everything. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what he decide to do and when he do it. Well, I hope we hurry up and do it so we can figure out what's going on. Just get a belt up already, son. Get a belt up, I should say, not the belts. Get a belt up already, or go defend it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind if you fight Usyk. That's the only fight left for either of them two. Nothing else makes sense. I mean, you either were undisputed or you don't. I'm pretty sure one of them dudes won it.
And you could put that fight anywhere. You could put that fight in Dubai.
You know what? Put in. It's weird to me, a little strange to me that I can't really make sense of. I mean, is it the age with Usyk? Because he only got 20 fights. And why he put that out there that you only want to fight Fury, or you just gonna retire? Like, I wonder, are you looking at it like this is what you in it for, like that'll be stopping you from achieving your ultimate goal. Anything less than competing for that other belt would just be kind of you just wasting your time, and you pretty much could tell Usyk like a dude that ain't about the money with him. So I feel like he's gonna be good. He probably made a good deal of money in these two AJ fights. So it's like I wonder. That's the only thing I question. Why I wonder what made him say like, I don't want to fight nobody but Fury. If I don't fight Fury, I'm gonna retire. And I don't know. I kind of believe him when he say that. I kind of believe him. So some people were saying if they felt like if Joshua won, he was going Fury was gonna come out of retirement. But if Usyk won, he was gonna stay retired. Well, now we're gonna see. Guess we're gonna see. We definitely.
Yep. So, but I think Bob's gonna make it happen. Bob and Frank, and they have a close relationship with Klimas because of Lomachenko. So yeah, I think that fight's pretty much gonna be said and done.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. But it was good night. It was a good day of boxing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go off and enjoy my Sunday. Just have a great one. All right.
I'm about to jump up off here myself. I'm right at the end. We got through it. We got through the fights for the most part. So appreciate you as always.
Definitely.
Appreciate everybody in the building as always.
Talk to y'all later. Bye.
So man, y'all smash that like button on the way out if y'all haven't. Good night of boxing, good day and night of boxing. AJ loses again. I don't think he's done, but a lot of that is going to be, is going to be dependent on where he at mentally as a man and a fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to be real with himself and see where he want to go from here. I think he should make shit about legacy at this point because he already got the losses. You know what I mean? You already got the losses. You already made the money. The only thing that could be possibly driving you to still continue in this sport at this point got to be legacy and other big fights, possibly, if that's still what you want. So, but I don't see what else you would still be competing for because you done fought at the highest level. So it's like if you're not in it to still try to be great, then you're gonna turn yourself into a punching bag for people, and that's something that you just could ill afford. You know what I mean, so it remains to see what Joshua gonna do, but. Salute to him for fighting like a real champion, a real fighter. He didn't give up. The shit he did after the fight was suspect as hell. Like, I cooked on it, man. He got some maturing to do still, some growing up. He did say you seen a chink in his armor or something like that, but the chink in your armor is you getting beat up by Usyk again. That's more so a chink in your character. And how you handle things from an emotional standpoint. You gotta learn to be smarter than that. At the end of the day, you can't move off emotion. I understand you just lost your third fight. It was a big fight. At the end of the day, you got to do better. You know what I'm saying? And salute to Hector Garcia for beating Roger Gutierrez and becoming a champion. You know what I mean? He made some history last night. Roger Gutierrez got his ass beat. Omar Figueroa retired. SERGEY LIPINETS helped him do that. Those people were not checking for Fury until wow. That's a fact, bro. He could. That's why I said at the end of the day, if I jump off real quick, but he should thank Wilder more. Wilder really did more for his career than he could ever had done for Wilder. Trust me. It's the complete opposite. It's like Wilder, his career is going to be built off the Wilder win because that's the wins that people are going to remember the most. Those are the most notable fights, the Wilder fights, the Wilder trilogy. Everything else is just going to be like fluff or icing for Fury. It's not much. Doesn't going to hold much value or substance. Not like the Wilder fights do. And that's just my opinion, being real with it, but. And salute to Wilder Bomb Squad forever, man. The hell with Tyson Fury. I don't care. Let's see where AJ go from here. Omar is done. SERGEY LIPINETS continues on. Navarrete wins by 6-round liver shot. Let's see if he turn up and jump in that shark tank with some of them sharks at 30. or wherever else he gonna fight at. We gonna see. But that's all I got for now. Appreciate all y'all stopping through. Y'all smash that like button for me on the way out. If y'all didn't, salute to all the family. Salute to the TWT family, my bros, Crushing T, holding me down as always. And I'll probably be back later, man. I'm gonna go do some celebrating with the baby girl on her birthday. I got a teenager today, man. So we go see what they up to, man. See what she trying to do for today. But man, I'm gonna get up out of there. Let y'all get up out of there. Appreciate everybody sliding through. I'll be back with the next one. Peace.